Merkins. It's like one of your favorite topics for some reason. And every time you bring it up, like once a week on the show, you start talking about Spartacus. It's like the same conversation that you have with yourself. No one even listens.
There's really nothing to talk about.
I got to tell you, pretty much viewing-wise, I'm now just down to girl.
Well, we all like Brian.
She washed my balls, things like that.
And when I had my pants off, that's when Plowsy walked in.
What?
I think me and Iggy brought up a great topic of how weird it is for someone to get to like page 12 or 13 on Pornhub. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, I've gone to page 24 before trying to find something I haven't seen before.
oh, okay.
Patrick Green's a scrub.
And right in front of it is a red lobster.
It's some hideous article that Jackson found and he sent just to upset us.
Oh, here comes Ezekiel.
Now, if somebody would call in and say, Iggy, you're nothing without Tim, I'd have to agree. I wouldn't go on a tirade. I'd say, you're right.
2 days ago I did. I felt a little prick.
His wife is dripping for Tim.
It was on TV of some kind.
Vince Vaughn entrails?
Boy, I'd really love to go hoe chasing tonight.
He's already given up on missionary.
Oh, and doggy. You would have 2 hands and a mouth available.
That's ass to mouth, right?
Iggy, can we find somebody to talk pap smear today?
I certainly wouldn't be known as a flute leaker.
Do you know I kept score for Elvin Metzger's final 300?
Boy, that'd be a killer threesome in the middle of the lineup.
I was cucked in the moment.
I got a podcast that's in the top 50 in every country on the planet.
I'm a hag. You just go into that big hole. We just talked about taking a dump.
Okay.
May I swallow?
Well, every time I tee it up, I got a chance.
You know.
I gave Pepper and Jeannie a chance last week. 22 and a half minutes of pube talk.
That was Iggy's Drops of the Week.
Driving the ball 300 yards is cool and impresses your buddies, but scoring amounts to getting the ball in the hole. Thus, the best way to lower your scores is to improve your short game. If you want a golf green that putts true and gives you real grass performance when practicing chips, pitches, and bunker shots, the only company to call is Clubhouse Turf, St. Louis's exclusive partner of Celebrity Greens. Each Clubhouse Turf signature green is unique in design and can create your own backyard golf experience that your family and friends will enjoy for years to come. Call Clubhouse Turf today at 314-802-6229. Or visit them online at clubhouseturf.com.
Men, are you suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE? The medical providers at Paramount Men's Medical Center offer breakthrough treatments that eliminate problems in the bedroom without pain or surgery. 98% of men see instant results on their first office visit. Listen to a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Paramount Men's Medical Center offers breakthrough medical treatments that eliminate ED and PE. Men are even lasting 90 minutes or longer, regardless of age or medical history.
But that's not all. For a limited time only, call Paramount Men's Medical Center now and your initial consultation and first treatment are completely free. You'll see instant results right in the office. You'll even get a gift that enhances your performance in the bedroom. All this, worth hundreds of dollars, is free if you call now. 314-720-8210. 314-720-8210. That's 314-720-8210.
You're hearing TMA all day on KPNT HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis, featuring the Ryan Kelly Morning After, live from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. Then a full show replay from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., followed by the best of TMA from 1 p.m. to 7 p.m., and another same-day replay starting at 10 p.m. Find the full schedule at TMASTL.com. Brought to you by Ryan Kelly at thehomeloanexpert.com, the most efficient mortgage process you'll ever experience. Rise and shine, St. Louis. It's the Ryan Kelly Morning After on KPNT FM HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis. At the Morning After STL on YouTube and on TMASTL.com with Tim McKernan, Doug Vaughn, Iggy Strode, the Plowboy, and Action Jackson.
7:07 in St. Louis. You are listening to the Ryan Kelly Morning After. Welcome, friends, to the Michelob Ultra Studios. It is the Mugganass St. Louis Acura and Alton Toyota 7 o'clock hour. Gather around and text into the EDF Group text inbox 314-881-TMA5. Call in 636-9004-TMA or email in for our design, air, heating, and cooling email today, the morning after, at InsideSTL.com. Timothy Michael McKernan, Douglas Elvin Vaughn, Kenneth Iggy Strode, the Plowhawk and Action Jackson with you and Doug.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Here we go. Yeah. I'm sorry I'm not focused right now. I'm looking at that donut that Plowsy has.
Ooh, it looks like it's a jelly donut,
Giant.
boy.
Jackson actually saw me run in the little studio with my or in the kitchen with my socks on, microwave it for 10 seconds.
Oh, really?
Just to get it a perfect amount of heat.
Well, it doesn't smell as bad as the eggs yesterday.
Yeah,
again.
that was a non-starter.
Yeah, again, well, we learn from those mistakes.
But the eggs were good. You went in another.
It was a delicious little treat.
Yeah.
but
Skillet, Doug.
I felt
More
like
of a skillet. What do you have, a jelly donut there, boy?
No, it's just one of the big old cinnamon roll buns.
Oh, that looks so
Bill,
good.
Bill.
Gosh, and you warmed it up a little bit.
Yesterday, I felt like a puppy that got put out in the yard, but like I could see the family from like the screen door. I was just like eating my skillet in the kitchen and watching you guys perform journalism. It was a little.
No, we weren't performing journalism.
Is that what this is?
That's what this is. Jackson is rock hard today, and that's fun, especially going into the weekend where he'll have bottle service at Wheelhouse, Doug, and that's because of this.
What?
With the 30th pick in the association's draft.
Yes.
Take a listen. Here is Commissioner Adam Silver.
Okay, hit the lever, Plowsy.
Oh, we're reopening.
Plowsy, hit the lever!
Dude, I'm telling you.
Journalism doesn't mean anything to you. The word itself.
You have to open these as they're called. I'm sorry. It's just like their
He didn't
whole
expect an NBA taken this early in the show.
With the 30th pick in the 2023 NBA Draft, the LA Clippers select Kobe Brown from the University of Missouri.
That's actually a great.
There's Jackson clapping. Listen, you can hear him there.
That's actually a great fit for him too.
Jackson, what are your thoughts?
Well,
here he is. He's loaded for bear.
I'll just be quick. I mean, the coach of the Clippers is, of course, Tyronn Lue from Mexico City,
They got
Missouri.
3 audio clips this morning, Doug. 2 of them are Kobe Brown NBA draft.
Now they haven't sakes, Jackson.
Cardinals didn't play yesterday. This is the local sports story. Tyronn Lue from Mexico City, Missouri.
We'll see how this plays at 10:05 today.
We always start with Cardinals, too.
And then
I think he's very critical of the show today.
I like it.
Head
I
assistant.
haven't seen an NBA game in 8 years. I don't know.
You haven't seen a Cardinal game in 8 years.
True, too.
An assistant coach of the Clippers is Larry Drew.
Doug, Larry Drew.
Okay, that localizes the story.
Right. So there's a reason, and his agent said he might be a first rounder, and he thought they were crazy. But 6'7" with size and speed, it helps.
I guess when I watched him play at Mizzou, I did not get the impression that this is the first-round NBA draft pick.
I agree with you.
Certainly,
but I'm
freshman year.
super happy for him.
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
Senior
good
year,
for
he
him.
looked like he could play at the next level.
Doug, the last Missouri player to go in the first round and spend all 4 years in Columbia, Missouri was who?
Was it the guy with the dreadlocks who became a big scorer?
No.
Was it Pressey?
Nope.
It wasn't
all
Clay.
4 years.
Initials, please.
AP.
Aaron Presley.
Nope. He didn't go.
August Peterson.
Nope.
Anthony Peeler.
Anthony Peeler.
That's correct.
Yeah, I got that. That was easy.
Did Lennis Kleza not play all 4 years?
I think he was just a year or two. And then Quentin Snyder fooled around with his girlfriend and he left.
Is
He
that
got
really?
upset.
Is that actual?
Doug meant to say allegedly.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the rumor anyway.
That's
I think one of the beer vendors at the Clip Joint is from Missouri.
The Clip Joint.
I don't know what they call it where the Clippers play.
Oh.
Crypto.com Marina, but they're soon moving to Inglewood.
Oh, they're going to take different arenas?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Steve Ballmer's building.
Where is he building it? He's not doing the Forum, is he?
No, in Inglewood. I don't know where
Well,
exactly.
Inglewood's a hotbed of activity.
Yeah.
They got the Ramey Stadium, and now they got the Clip Joint.
Yeah,
Probably
Ballmer's going
close.
nuts about the toilets.
It's probably close to the football stadium, so they can use all that parking.
Is it close? Because the Forum is right to the east of the Steamers Joint.
Who else do the Clippers have, Jackson?
Kawhi Leonard, Paul George.
So they got a shot now? Or
Oh, they were the favorites last year to win the Western Conference. So they are, but they have injury problems.
Till Joker showed up, Doug.
So the second round tonight, is that right?
Yeah.
Anyone else might go from our area?
No, I thought the draft is done.
Oh.
Only one round now?
2. Always been 2.
Well, you said the second round was tonight.
I misspoke. No, the draft is over.
Jeez, boy, you better button this up for Balloon Party when you do your draft breakdown.
So no one else was taken in the round 2 that we would know?
Demoy Hodge got signed by the Lakers, so 2 Mizzou guys heading to LA.
Oh, okay.
Guys, I've got a topic for today. Can St. Louis support the NBA? Thanks. That's from TJ. I'm sorry.
Oh, I like that topic. I don't think it's been brought up before.
Mount Rushmore.
I'm beginning to think that we could, just because, again, we have nothing else but sports. Anytime there's an event, there's a concert, there's something going on, people flock to it because it's something to do. What else we got to do?
Well, it's good stuff.
Well, the NBA would be good stuff.
Oh, dude,
he's ready for balloon party.
Monster truck rallies love cities like St. Louis.
We have the Battlehawks play in front of big crowds. The Blues sell out all their games. The soccer sells out all their games. The Cardinals have 40,000 a night. Every concert in town is a near sellout. We got nothing else.
What?
So if the NBA came, I think it probably would work.
I mean,
You think the NBA is coming?
No, I don't think we have a shot at it.
Carrot Top would sell out Bush if he came here.
I think
I'm
so.
not kidding.
I know.
I think probably not that, of course, I share Doug's sentiment that unfortunately it will not be coming, because I would just sit and read the STL Today comments for years on end if the NBA were to come to St. Louis. I get the sense that they wouldn't be on board for some reason. But the core issue for St. Louis at this moment, and maybe it'll change, is corporate sponsorship dollars and spreading it amongst 4 teams.
Yeah.
When you include, of course, the Cardinals, Blues, Doggies, and then the St. Louis Pelicans. Is that the team that we're...
Pelicans come home.
Yeah.
And now that Anheuser-Busch has lost so much money with the Bud Light fiasco, that might be another corporate sponsor who would say, we need to recover a little bit first.
What sponsor? TMA presents.
Oh,
Bill.
Gosh.
But they'd have to be the Spirits of St. Louis again, like the ABA team.
I would like that.
That's the best. That would be the
Were those
coolest
orange
team
jerseys?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, beautiful. God.
Yeah, I like those.
Well, tickets were a lot cheaper back then.
Well, everything was cheaper back in the
But, I mean, it was the ABA, so...
Mr. Lick says the NBA ain't coming to a city with only 3 good country clubs.
I don't think that's
I don't
a real
even think
factor.
that's, yeah.
And you don't belong to any of them.
Doug, what are the 3 good country
Good
clubs?
one. Old Warson, Belle Reve,
St. Louis.
St. Louis, would that be the 3?
TPC Riverside.
I can name
Sea Rivers.
I can name a lot more. Meadowbrook.
What about, I passed Log
Norwood.
Cabin for the first time ever, or at least didn't notice that it
On
was
Clayton there?
where
Well,
it was.
That's by design, sir.
I didn't even, you can't see the course.
Well, that's by design, sir.
You need to get back in there.
It's crazy how, you got to be nestled back in there.
Yeah.
The law.
Well, there's plenty of good country clubs. It's just a matter of what you would consider premier from a national perspective.
Mrs. Gianni Shanahan's coming after the Plowhawk, despite the fact that he's enjoying a cinnamon roll right now.
Right, yeah.
Double Diamond, that's your new name, Double Diamond.
Whatever.
Loves to crap on the city and say there's nothing to do and it's Hoosier, but then he spends his weekends riding the log flume by choice.
I did ride the log flume the other day, and I know I am Hoosier. Like, I shouldn't be what St. Louis is trying to entice. You know what I mean? Like, I shouldn't be the clientele that's
Well, I don't know.
opening up business in downtown, and I'm not that guy. I love St. Louis. I think I love it enough to where I'm comfortable bashing the things that are issues.
Yeah.
But I always hype up the restaurants and, things to do. There are things to do here. But I have every right to crap on it when
You
it's
know what Tom
necessary.
Cruise said in Born on the 4th of July?
What did he say?
I did. I've never seen the flick.
Love it or leave it.
Think
Love it
about
or
that,
leave
Doug.
it, Plowhawk.
Oh. Well, Plowsy, the city would like more people like you. Young people, active people.
Sexy.
I'm at
Sexy people.
maybe my
Big hogs.
Yeah.
my tax bracket, what I do on the weekends, my hobbies. I don't know if I'm the type of people they want. Certainly you want people
I'm that
living in
type
the
of
city.
guy.
You got a pop-up.
I have
That
a
is
pop
true.
up. Like I said, I'm super Hoosier. We have a pop up.
Oh.
I'm a member at AMC. I'm a member at
Oh,
Six
the movie
Flags.
AMC, a movie theater?
Yeah,
I didn't
you
even
are
know
a
you
movie.
remembered.
Oh, dude!
Shaker.
It knocked that popcorn drink combo from 18 to 8.
Oh, Bill.
What up, Bill's home? Oh, matinee $5. Hello, sir.
I'm a member at lowtusa.com, Doug. That's Mentality, and that's
Okay.
where you can go if you're feeling sluggish, if you're putting on weight, you're not putting on muscle like you used to. It's FDA-approved testosterone treatment. If you're dealing with low energy, low motivation, weight gain, muscle loss, fatigue, tired all the time, feeling anxious and moody, irritable, impatient, anxious, depressed, those are symptoms of low testosterone. And Mentality is a local healthcare facility specifically dedicated to helping men feel and perform at their very best. The normal range for testosterone is large. If you've been to a doctor and they told you that you were normal without understanding the range, testing for free testosterone, it was not fully looked at. Come get checked with Mentality. LowTUSA.com. I've been checked with Mentality. Super easy process. In and out within 20 minutes. Friendly staff and very helpful knowledge. It's Mentality online at LowTUSA.com. And how about this, especially if you're going to have, what do you call it, Doug, a cookout?
I never say cookout.
We're having friends over and we're going to have a
barbecue.
cookout.
Don't say cookout.
But isn't it the same thing?
It could be considered.
Cookouts are New Balance with thigh-high socks, jean shorts.
Wife beater
That to me
shirt.
is a cookout.
My wife could not find Andrea's barbecue sauce. I mean, this stuff is, it's a hotbed of activity, what's going on with this Andrea's barbecue sauce.
It's like liquid gold.
I mean, it's unbelievable. And so we couldn't find it. And so I'm like, well, I do the spots. I know it's available at Andreas.com. So I go to order at Andreas.com because we're approaching fresh out. And that's what I eat my chickadee-dee every day with, Doug.
For heaven's sakes.
What's wrong? I take the dip-ins of the Andreas barbecue sauce, these little pincers, because my pincers are so tiny. I have to have one little shred. Anna Marie cuts it up for me.
Yeah.
Then my little pincers dip it in there. But we're almost out. So I go to Andreas.com, and then it says out of stock there.
Oh, no. What in the world?
So I text Max, and I said, brother, this stuff, I need a hookup. I need a fix. I start tapping my, right here, I start tapping my vein.
Really? What does that do?
Putting your belt up there and getting the sauce and just...
What does that do?
Just expose the vein to make a quick injection of that barbecue sauce. And Max goes, we actually have some. Thank you for texting me to let me know, because now we have some and it's not out of stock anymore. And I ordered a dozen, cousin.
Oh, you did?
A dozen bottles of Andrea's barbecue
Well, you
sauce.
just put it on everything?
Night. I just eat chicken every day for lunch and sometimes for dinner, and that's what I put it on.
Brush your teeth with it.
I would.
That good.
I actually would. It's Andreas.com. I know we're supposed to be talking about the restaurant as well, but this barbecue sauce, if I could buy stock in it, I would. You can get it at Andreas.com. If you cannot find it at Schnucks or Deerbergs, because they are out at some locations. I know that firsthand. And, of course, the steakhouse and the steak sauce. When I make my burgers, Doug, I baste it. Do you like that?
Well, I don't really know how to baste something.
But do you like it?
Yeah, that wasn't.
Yeah, I like it.
So I'm using the steak sauce and I'm using the barbecue sauce, and I got to get to the steakhouse. It's Andreas, and you can get that barbecue sauce at Andreas.com or go online. Or go to Schnucks or Deerbergs, I should say. It's Andreas. Sign up to be the TMA Listener of the Month. Go to TMASTL.com. We only have this show and then next week's show for the month of June. Somebody will win the Milagro Tequila Listener of the Month next Friday. Welcome to a brighter side of tequila. With Milagro, you can go and try and defeat Arbor Day and Buzz and Buck Swope. And who else do you think's in the mix? Am I leaving anybody else out?
JV golf coach?
JV Golf Coach could be live.
Who's that guy that went to Morgan Whalen?
Buzz.
Caller Buzz. Oh, yeah, he's doing that. Was that last night?
There's
that he was
two
gonna
shows.
Get fingered by the doctor?
No.
It's either last night or tonight, one of the two.
I think he's doing a Thursday, Saturday show. So I don't know which one.
No,
probably
it was
would go
last night, tonight, I would think.
Maybe he got fingered between the two shows.
That's correct. Fingered on Friday, I think.
What is it, in the beer line? In the beer line? Just
That's where it happens?
That's tight.
He had a Cubs jersey on last night singing, unlike Gaga, who got a Cardinal jersey. Didn't want to put it on.
And you gave her that jersey, right?
I did.
Okay, so tonight is his second show.
It's probably a little easier for a male country star to put on a baseball jersey than a female singer.
Yeah, she had like 9 costume changes. Was just put the jersey on.
But she probably wore very elaborate costumes.
Well, she did, but
Meat suits.
Yeah, pork steak
tease the crowd and put on a Cardinal jersey. Little monsters.
Would that be the St. Louis thing? Is to put on a pork steak dress?
Pork steak dress.
Yeah.
With some of the fat on the side.
That's the best part of the pork steak.
You don't eat the fat, do you?
Oh my God, the pork steak fat is the
Doug,
best.
eat that gristle,
oh, God,
boy.
no, I always cut it off and never eat it. Why would you eat the fat?
Because it's good.
You know what we do?
He burped. He said that.
We cut off the fat of our steaks, cut them up, put them in little Tupperwares, and use them as little dog treaties.
Oh, little dog treaties.
Yeah, put them in the little dog bowl to entice them to eat a full bowl of food. Because I don't eat the fat. I feel like I'm going to choke. When I get like high and in the zone and eat, sometimes I don't chew.
Yeah.
You don't have to on a pork steak. It melts.
Sometimes Jack's going to forget to chew.
Like a duck.
So I'm like a kid. Like, you can't give me grapes. You know, I'm like, oop.
I gave my dog Dora a bunch of fat off my pork steak earlier this week, and she went on a wild pooping spree.
Clip that off.
So I assume it was the fat from the pork steak. She'll get no more of that.
I like
Wild pooping spree.
Poor Dora.
Inside or outside?
You name it.
Oh, no.
Mhm.
You got hit inside?
A little everywhere. Yep.
I don't get hit inside.
How old is that dog?
Oh, 11 or 12.
Not
something
even
like
potty
that.
trained yet?
Well, not after eating the pork steak fat.
Well, go to the door. I gotta poop.
The dog
Let me
is
out.
definitely potty trained, but she had something going on, so she couldn't hold it. I think it was the pork steak fat.
Gristle?
There was no gristle in
There's
there.
no gristle in
Fat.
pork steak fat.
You actually eat the fat?
It's delicious.
Like on a
It's
big
just
prime rib,
grease.
will you eat the that
Oh, hell
massive? Oh, it's
The
so
only-
big.
the only,
On
uh,
prime rib, you eat the fat?
Yes.
God, it's thicker
Oh,
than
God.
it's like a tendon.
The only fat I
just
won't eat on a
pass away
steak
if
is the strip steak. I won't eat that. That's kind of hard, but you don't eat the fat on a ribeye?
No. I never eat the fat on
That's
anything.
what makes the steak.
Well, if it's well marbled, it just kind of blends in. But like on prime rib, there's like a whole section. And
Oh,
it's like
yeah.
this big tennis ball of fat.
You got to trim that off like a surgeon.
You know what we're doing? When I got home today, we're cooking a ribeye, making steak sandwiches for our camping trip this
Cut it
weekend.
out.
It's that big of a ribeye. Yeah, excited.
You're
about
meal
that.
prepping.
Meal prepping.
You like pictures on social media of people who announce their meal prepping and they show on their kitchen island all the meals that they'll be having.
The only
for a
ones I
month?
like are the ones with like 2 pieces of Domino's pizza in each one.
Oh, that's better.
Meal prepping.
Jackson and I had a thorough discussion. I believe it was on this week's QFTA about social media, and I told Jackson, I said, just for the sake of playing devil's advocate, because Jackson, I think, shares my perspective, but he's coming at it from a generation behind me. Explain to me how it's not attention whoring. And Jackson couldn't give the answer.
I tried giving some semblance of anecdotes or just like ideas that possibly could explain it, but it all went back to it's a sense of I need the gratification in some way.
And then you cited, Doug, did he cite a Kanye lyric?
Oh, I did.
I don't know what he said.
I did.
What was that lyric?
Rare of me. It'd be very rare. Checking Instagram comments to crowdsource my self-esteem.
Checking Instagram comments to crowdsource my self-esteem.
I guess that's probably accurate, huh?
Makes a lot of sense.
Well, what are you talking about? Dig me posting what?
Like a solo shot on the beach, or more specifically, a solo shot like a wedding where there's hundreds of people there. Workout pics.
How about a shot of the ocean? My office for the day.
My office for the day.
Those are
Like their
your
feet and the boat drink.
Weekend fun with the besties.
Right.
Oh my God, dude!
Right.
When I see that, I almost immediately unfriend
Like there's
whoever
certain
it is.
social media posts, like it's clearly not like it's like wonderful, like very nice family pictures, or hey, I'm getting engaged. Like that's all cool.
Yeah.
And it's all. I mean, do whatever you want, post whatever you want. But there are some situations where it is nothing more so than gratification via like.
And
Leg day at the gym.
I find it too not odd, but if you post things and you see how many likes you get compared to other things.
Mm-hmm.
Like I posted the date for the Megan Meyer Foundation Gobble Bowl yesterday. Like 45, 50 likes. I posted a picture of my dad behind the bar at Charcoal House in the 70s. There's like 200 likes. They don't even know my dad. I just did it because I wanted to post a picture of Charcoal House, and this is what it looked like in the 70s. And look how my dad dressed to be a bartender compared to some people now.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And yet, whatever gets posted, the whole country is addicted to looking at these pictures. Everybody's staring into their phone, looking at these pictures, most of which they really have no connection to the person. It's just electronic people watching is all it
Which is why I find TikTok to be so glorious. And 5 months ago, I was mocking it as thinking it was, housewives looking for attention, dancing. And certainly that'll pop up maybe 1 out of 100. But, God, I like that TikTok, I got to tell you. Jackson, you sold me on TikTok.
Yeah.
And I couldn't be happier about it.
Once you get that algorithm down, it's kind of.
Why would I
everything
look
you
at
want.
Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter?
Yeah. It's got everything you
It
want.
does, man.
They got my algorithm down.
What are you seeing?
What are you getting?
Gill strap.
Buckle up.
What is that?
Just
I remember Gil Brandt.
This is gill strap. I don't know what it
His
means.
brother?
Kill strap.
Yeah.
This type of strap on.
Who is
It's
that?
just a guy's name. I think his name is Derek. He just goes to all these outdoor places or inside malls and he just farts.
So he's either outside or he's inside.
Yeah, and it's funny because he walks by
that's
people.
the-
It's just the expression on the people he walks by, and he's got these sayings. Uh-oh, buttered my biscuit. And these people just stop, and the camera stays on them. These people just laughing, or they're in shock of this guy just dropped one right in front of him. He must have something in his pocket that is like a fake thing.
Yeah.
And it's just funny as hell to watch this guy walk by people and fart.
Huh.
So, but one time he called it, I'm gill strapping. I don't know what that means.
It's Gil Brandt. I think he's the brother of the
No,
longtime Dallas Cowboys executive.
His name on Instagram is Gillstrap. But I don't know, one time he farted and goes, I'm gill strapping. I don't know what that means.
So what kind of videos have you been watching so that this became part of your algorithm?
That's it. Now there's like 4 different guys that walk around farting and they just keep popping up.
Oh.
I'd find farting funny. Who does? Who doesn't?
That was really important.
I think it's probably the highest, most sophisticated form of comedy.
Who doesn't laugh at a good fart?
Yeah.
Did
it's hard not
Chaplin ever
to.
do any?
I don't believe he did, no.
That's probably why his career wasn't as successful.
He was like the biggest star in the world there for a while.
When talkies started, that when
They even made one. He made one talkie.
Doug, what's your favorite Chaplin movie?
Go.
I guess The Tramp is this biggest.
Oh.
Right?
What's City Lights?
I don't know the names of his
The Tramp,
movies.
is that
I haven't watched
X-rated?
a lot of them. No. I don't know the name of a lot of his movies. I just know that for a while there, he was the biggest star in the world.
Bet you he gave some mustache rides. For
There's some old film out there of him, appearing in London where there's tens of thousands of people came out just to see him on the streets.
I think he moved to Paris. I think he lived his life in Paris toward the end.
Yeah, when he was like 80 or 90 years old and had like a 25-year-old wife or something.
Oh, is that right? Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that was going on even then? Oh, look
Yeah.
at this.
Oh, yeah.
There's Linda. 2023 Kawasaki jet skis are now on clearance starting at $89.99 at Big St. Charles Motorsports. That's right, new 2023 Kawasaki STX 160s are now only $89.99, down from an MSRP of $11,399. Don't miss out on a savings of $2,400. Class-leading acceleration and advanced electronics. Come see us at Big St. Charles Motorsports today in St. Charles, Missouri. 2023 clearance Kawasaki inventory is limited here at Big St. Charles, so don't miss out. Price does not include manufacturer surcharge at $400 for cash purchase. Offer subject to change without notice. Some restrictions may apply. See salesperson for details. It's Big St. Charles Motorsports, located on I-70 at Cave Springs. That's Big St. Charles Motorsports.com. Doug, tell the people about our title sponsor, because his name is Ryan, then his last name is Kelly, and then he's online at thehomeloanexpert.com, thehomeloanexpert.com. Jack.
Well, he sure is. He can help you get that original mortgage if you're house shopping this summer, or if you're like one of millions of Americans bogged down in credit card debt, he can help you get out of that. The average credit card interest rate now over 24%, the highest it's been in more than 30 years. With inflation, people are carrying more debt than ever. Put the equity in your home to work for you with a simple cash-out refinance. The average Home Loan Expert client receives more than $54,000 cash out on their refinance. You can use that to pay off those high-interest credit card rates. You do not want that credit card debt. People are taking on more debt than ever. If you're a homeowner, leverage that equity. Put the equity in your home to work with that simple cash-out refi. Ryan Kelly can show you how to do that. He also wants us to remind you that if you are a veteran, you can apply and get a veterans benefits loan. He calls it the Hero Loan, where you can have $0 down to buy a new house. Ryan Kelly always wants to do whatever he can to help the veterans. His website for that is HeroLoan.com. Thank you so much, Ryan Kelly. Thank you, Sir Mortgage.
And you are welcome to get involved on the Ryan Kelly Morning After by texting in the EDF Group text inbox 314-881-TMA5. You can call in 636-9004 TMA, and of course email in the morning after at InsideSTL.com. Didn't that penniless hobo claim to have broken up with some girl for farting? He is a liar. That's from Sister Catherine Patricia. This is your former principal.
Why am I lying?
Sister Catherine Patricia, that you need to call in 636-90.
You said he had a
Is that a
girlfriend
question?
once that passed gas, and you said that was it? She's out?
It's funny watching them on video. It's not funny when they're doing it in your house all the time.
Oh, you got to touch
Was it all the time, or was it? You
just didn't care.
I thought it was a one-time deal, and you
did it constantly, and I said, that's enough. I can't take this anymore.
Well, it was her loss, for sure.
Well, it was.
But otherwise, everything was great, but she had one incident.
I can't take that.
Did you tell her about that?
Yes, and she kept doing it.
Thinking it was funny?
Or maybe she couldn't stop doing it. I don't know.
Oh.
She couldn't hold it in.
How long had you guys been together?
A few weeks.
And you're just sitting there, that happens, and what do you say? I need you out?
I said, that's it.
You threw her out, or you walked out?
We're breaking up. I can't take this anymore.
But now you find yourself spending the day looking at fart videos.
It's funny watching them. It's not funny when somebody's doing it in front of you.
No. Especially
I don't find girls farting to be funny.
No, it's crazy.
Guys, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't fart in front of a woman.
I think it's true. It's sexist, but I think it's true.
If I got a fart, I hold it. I don't do it in front of women.
Oh,
Not in front of
yeah.
guys.
This guy's a gentleman.
That's big of you.
In front of guys, it's funny.
I'm lighting bombs, man.
You do not. Not in public, you don't.
I'm not risking my health so somebody can enjoy the smell of carbon monoxide in the air.
Oh, Bill's carbon monoxide.
I'm gonna light some bombs off, man. If I
don't
gotta
think
go,
it's carbon
I gotta
monoxide.
go.
You don't do it in
Poison
public,
people.
though, do you?
Oh yeah, I'll crop dust. I'll do whatever the hell I want, man.
So what we have here is a 67-year-old man sitting around all day watching fart porn and beating off. Is that correct? That's from the Angel of the Morning After.
It's not fart porn. It's just guy walks around in public and farts.
Maybe he has a cranky sphincter.
No, it's not real. I think he's got something in his pocket. He's always got his hand in his pocket. So I'm sure he's got some kind of whoopee cushion or something.
Yeah.
Maybe feed your date something besides Braunschweiger, and she won't crap herself on your couch. Doug, that's Mario in Chicago, and he's at war with the Henschel family.
Right. Sure he is. Braunschweiger make you gassy?
What even is Braunschweiger?
No.
Where were you earlier in the week? We had like a 10-minute discussion
Did
on
we?
it.
I missed it.
It's a lunch
Balloon
meat.
party prep.
Yep.
The lack of self-awareness here is mind-boggling. Jesus, that's from Zach's wife, Gummy. Oh, my God, Doug, they are loaded for about
Here, I'll see if you can hear it on my phone.
No, we don't need
I'm gonna vote that.
You don't
down
want to
along
hear
with
Gil
Doug.
Strap?
No.
No, it's not. It's just dumb.
It's not dumb. It's funny.
Yes, it is.
If you hear the things he says afterwards.
Gosh.
Oh, I'm going to need to change my underwear.
Maybe that could be a special episode of Pepper and Genie.
Yeah. Play all those noises there.
Hey, lads, went to Filoni's last night and spoke with Fungo. Doug, were you at Filoni's last night?
No, it wasn't.
We discussed the upcoming St. Gabe's picnic in the fall, and he confirmed that sundress season will still be in effect for the picnic. Rejoice, lads. That's from Jenny, and then the last name is Talia.
Oh.
What a coincidence. No, October 7th is not sundress season. And that's not St. Gabriel's School picnic season either,
No.
so I'm going to have to politely dissent from Fungo.
It's just starting to get into light sweater season.
Yeah.
Now?
No, October 7th, baby. October 7th.
Yeah.
Plus, the Tigers are going to be hosting the Tigers of LSU and shock the world when Brian Kelly comes to town.
You
As
think?
Eli Drinkwitz's Missouri Tigers improved to 6-0 and now in the top 10, setting the stage for a showdown between the hedges.
Really? You think they run the table in the first half dozen or so?
That's right.
Because of the great recruiting that's been going on?
That's right.
All right. Well, I'll look forward to that then.
Can I ask how your match went yesterday?
The Pope beat me 2-1.
Oh, no.
Doug.
He cheated, this guy.
No, he can roll the rock. I tip my cap. I played some great golfers. I've been lucky enough to play with some great golfers. It's my equivalent would be what we did with Chris Nagel, although we were hitting 50-footers, and I got to see it 4 times before I putted it, so that's certainly different. But I think 5 different holes, he had a 10-foot putt or more that he hit to win the hole. And I just tip. All you can do is tip your cap when that happens. Because the only holes I won in the front were the 2 holes I birdied. And I hit 7 of 9 greens on the front. I think I only missed 4 greens in regulation in the entire match. So somebody can roll the rock. And,
He cheated.
Tip your cap. No, I don't want to get that going because I have had that happen in this thing.
I don't trust him.
But no, he putted and sometimes you'll have somebody putt and they just kind of run into it, but you can tell he knows how to putt. And it's a skill. And read greens, which is also a skill. And he can absolutely, even putts that were long putts, he nearly holed out. So I tip my cap. So I don't think that was like a fluky thing. He can really putt it. And when somebody has that skill, we were talking about that before the show because Doug worked with a teaching pro that I like yesterday. And I said the key, or the Plowhawk said, if you can, what did he say? Not 3-putt and 2-putt anything inside of 20 feet.
One putt off of each.
But if you are, because when I'm playing in a match, like on number 9, I think I had like a 20-foot birdie putt. Number 9's a super easy hole at Gateway, especially from the white tees, Jesus. And he mishit his second shot, if I'm not mistaken. And then he got his third shot to maybe 15 feet. Jackson, do you remember this? Jackson was out there.
Yeah, it was inside you, but just barely.
Right. And I had like a 20-foot putt, and we weren't sure on the read. I was pretty sure it was right to left, but I'm like, I'm not trying to make the birdie putt anyway because I 2-putt, and I don't know. I mean, a pro from 8 feet makes 50% of the putts. That's the math. And here is a 4 handicap who is 15 feet, maybe like 12 to 15 feet away from the cup, and I'm like, I 2-putt, I'm going to win this thing 75% of the time, easily. And he rolled it in. And so he did that on, he did it on 5, he did it on 8, wasn't a 15-footer, 8 was like a 10-footer. He did it on 9, he rolled in a birdie on 10, and then he did it on 14 to win that hole, and then when I was 1 down on 17, he chipped in for birdie, and that's how he won. So I mean, this is one of those things you tip your cap. It's like the one time I thought my best golf accomplishment was beating like a +2 handicap in a match, and it was a miracle. But the truth is, I chipped in like 2 times, holed out from the bunker 1 time. It was a 1 in a probably 100 situation, and you kind of recognize it. I got lucky. But this guy can actually really putt it as a skill. And he's a good guy. We had a good time out there. KG and O-Town walked with me, and Jackson played, and the Pope. So I tip my cap. It's when somebody can do that, like whether it be distance, or they can putt, or they have a great short game. It's a great skill. So I think that's why he was in a position as a high school golfer to play college golf, because he can clearly putt. And so Kevin Roth, I believe, is the opponent. And I would tell Kevin Roth this, Doug, watch this.
What?
Beware the Pope's putter.
Oh, gosh.
Because in that thing, usually most people are kind of scared to like get it to the hole and will just kind of 2-putt because they're scared, because a lot of amateur players don't want to run it past the hole, you know.
Like me.
Like when you're playing Cletus, if you go past the settle, it's like, dude, the only way to win and get the ball in the hole is to get it to the hole. So who gives a damn? But he is online and has great speed. I don't think he 3-putted once. But
I'm sorry he did this to you.
Thank you. He 1-putted, I don't know, 6 times.
And they were all center cut.
Oh
too.
my God! It was like, I'm like, this is impressive. The thing on 17 where he chipped in was a mistake, and if it doesn't hit the flag and dropped in, and I was like, man, what are you doing? Because all he had to do was most likely get up and down just to get it to 18, and he hit it too hard, but it hit the stick and it went in. Because otherwise, we probably go to 18, and that would have been interesting. But he has the ability to get there, and to ever being from the white tees, you should be able to get there in 2. So anyway, tip my cap. He's a great putter, and that's the great equalizer. Doug, you know what this is?
What?
The flat stick is the great equalizer.
Is that what it is?
It really is.
Okay.
But it's a skill that most people really don't have, and he's got it. Like, that was a skill.
I'm sorry he wasn't more of a lemming and bent over and let you have this.
I tip my
doesn't
cap.
say much about his character.
I tip my cap.
Shouldn't
And he was not cheating, to be crystal clear. I don't want that to get attached to him.
He's extended both of his matches a lot, right? Like,
I was supposed to forfeit this one because I had the sales meeting, and then I'm like, but we were able to figure it out so that Kevin Roth, who he's playing now, we were going to play next Tuesday. So that way it wouldn't force the thing to go back, because I'm going to be out of town for a couple of weeks starting next Saturday.
That's a tough blow. I feel like I've been out for a year.
So now everyone's out of the fan page.
Yeah,
This
I'm sorry.
Shishawali
I was
event.
trying to get us to glory and win the J. Randolph Jr. Fan Page Club Championship presented by Michelob Ultra. 95 calories, 2.6 grams of carbohydrates. Sponsor of the Fan Page Club Championship and the Lemmings Open, and there will be Lemmings Open news here soon. And I think the players will be very excited about this, and in particular, the date. I like an earlier Lemmings Open, Doug, to avoid. Like I said, St. Gabriel School Picnic, October 7th. It's not really the St. Gabriel School Picnic. Lemmings Open in late October, it's not really a Lemmings Open.
Really?
Because you risk poor weather.
Yeah, and all the tradition attached to that tournament. Yeah, the general public won't want to see the dates moved around.
The thing with that, and the tradition of that is still
rich.
I mean, it's still young.
If you're
You know,
young.
it's not like the Dodo where you know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Guys
Well, I
will
remember in
sleep
the morning
together.
of that. Sorry, Plowsy. I remember in the morning of that.
You're fine.
That Tim and I went out to 18 to kind of see where it was and some practice chips, and we were filming it. I couldn't feel my hands. My hands were froze.
Well, how cold was it?
It was probably in the 40s.
Was that the one last year when you had the chip off, right?
Yeah, it was
Or whatever the
freezing in the
chipping was?
Your
morning.
hands were freezing at in the 40 degrees?
Yeah, it might have been in the high 30s. I don't know. It was cold.
Well, this will not be cold.
No.
Knowing the date, this will not be cold. And it's perfect. And I think the course will be great, too. So fired up for this, and I think that'll be announced here within the next few weeks. But we will yield to the radio station. Speaking of forecast, Doug, would you like a Strodecast brought to you by Paramount Men's Medical Center, especially for the weekend?
I wouldn't mind it.
To eliminate problems in the bedroom, this is all free. Call 314-720-8210 for a free initial consultation, free first treatment, and free gift. Iggy, what are you seeing this weekend? Many people are gathering around. Doug, what do you call them? Cookouts? They want to have
I don't call them cookouts. Barbecues.
Well, just like last week, where it was sunny most of the week, and then I said, look out for Father's Day. Today, close to 90. It's going to be partly cloudy.
You see any storms? I'm seeing storms on my iPhone,
am
but I know
too.
that thing's not right.
Well, I'm starting today. No storms today. You got your phone says storms today?
40%, baby. 40%.
It's not storming today.
Wow.
Get rid of that iPhone, Tim.
I should toss it.
Yeah, and then cold front's moving in after tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be fairly sunny, partly cloudy. 95 tomorrow.
I see 93 degrees on Sunday.
95 tomorrow. But then a cold front's moving in behind this storm.
You just said there wasn't going to be a storm.
I'm going into Sunday. Tim
So there
said
is-
storms today. There's no storms today.
40%, Doug.
How about Saturd's bed? Saturd's been, Saturd's bad.
No storms Saturday.
It's been.
Oh.
You sound like an ass when you say that.
Yeah, I know.
Storms are coming in Saturday evening, so they won't affect you Saturday if you're playing golf or anything. And then Sunday, there's going to be thunderstorms. Some may be heavy with some lightning.
My app says nothing on Sunday. 93 and sunny.
Well, get ready because storms are coming in Sunday.
Are you making this up?
Where did
With a cold front, Doug, I see
cold front.
93, but it's a cold front.
The cold front is
But what
coming.
about this cold front? We all vaporize.
We won't be able to feel our hands.
The cold front is coming in behind the storms. When the storms move out Sunday evening, you look at the temperatures on Monday, Tuesday, it's back into the 80s. Back into the mid-80s.
Upper 80s, at least.
Mid-80s.
Should I not be camping this weekend?
It's too cold.
Pop up. You're not going pop up though.
No, I'm going tent, which kind of worries me too.
Iggy, are
It
you
gets
worried
hot.
about this?
Yeah, it's gonna. There's storms coming in Sunday. I don't know what your apps are saying.
You'd be safer in that
I don't even
pop-up.
want my iPhone anymore. Because
So when
it
are
said
the
we were
storms
good.
coming? Saturday?
Saturday evening.
Will you sleep in the tent if there's storms, or will you go
Yeah, what
to
do
the
you do?
car?
I mean, we got a rain cover. I'll probably just stay in the tent.
I'm really curious.
I'm sleeping completely naked, though.
You're not either. Not in the wild, you're not.
Oh, if it's 95, I don't care what crawling anywhere.
Really?
Absolutely going
Like
full
spiders
commando.
and gerbils.
Yeah, well, I can rival any spider nest with my
Worms,
personal
snakes.
tuft nest. It is probably a good burrow area, so maybe I do need underwear.
What if there's a snake in your
It's like
tent?
little baby bunnies are like in it the next morning
Oh,
because
They're
Come
in your
on.
pubic hair?
well, it is like a very nice. I mean, if you anybody familiar with baby bunnies
Clip that off.
in here? No one.
No,
Okay.
not really. I see them sometimes in the backyard.
So we get them every year in our yard, and I'm telling you, it looks like their nest is covered in pubes because it's all like the little tufts from the mama and papa. And then they put it over the babies. And it literally just looks like if you were like laying down and it was just your pubes showing, it would look like a rabbit nest.
Oh.
So that's what I'm saying. I'd be kind of afraid if I slept out in the open that maybe, they're like, oh, a pre-made rabbit den.
Guys, it sounds like tomorrow's a good stormy day to lay around and watch fart porn. That's the angel of the morning after.
Not tomorrow. Tomorrow's what time are you camping Sunday?
We'll be out early Sunday. So we're doing tonight and tomorrow, and then leaving Sunday morning. So I think we may be. I'm worried about the heat more than anything.
Yeah.
That 95 don't play in a tent.
That's Saturday. Sunday's going to be in the 90s, low 90s. But the storm should move out of here Sunday by, I don't know, late morning.
I'm going to get some video and picture. This is going to be a Hoosier soup when I'm about to enter in the Huzzah this weekend. I don't like typically going there because it's way packed. But this is just where we're going. I typically like the Black River. I'm going to send you boys, I'm going to update you on the fan page of just Beyond Hoosier.
Are you?
Whatever you think Hoosier is, be prepared.
Are you concerned about the chigger risk?
I do hate chiggers. They're so annoying on the ankles. But no, for the most part, I'm just going to wing it. Typically, I don't worry about anything when I get in the river.
You actually swim in the river?
I'll get in there and take a little dip, depending on the puke and poop situation.
A little pee-pee, a little dump. No, so you should be fine.
There you go, Doug. It's brought to you by Paramount Men's Medical Center. And if you have ED or PE, embrace your performance in the bedroom and see instant results on your first office visit. It's free. Call 314-720-8210. It's Paramount Men's Medical Center, presenting sponsor of the Strodecast. I'm going to move this to the 7 o'clock hour because, Doug, it's something that the audience has been clamoring for, and it's something that Jackson said, you know what? What did you say in the sales meeting? Daddy's putting his foot down.
Yeah.
And he decided, I'm bringing back the cuts/drops of the week.
Oh, he did. He decided that.
And we have it. What a treat.
Already? We have one ready.
We got one ready right now.
Yeah.
Courtesy of Jackson Burkett.
Yeah, new open, too.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Oh, I'm excited about that.
Hit the lever, please.
Morning after. Drops of the week.
Yeah, you gotta drop it like a hot dog.
It's a wonderful drop.
Indeed it is. Flip that off.
First things first, what exactly constitutes piss play?
Me and my wife play this game called Stinky Finger.
You can take the foreskin off of my scrotum.
Those are the do's. What was the downstroke?
I love Greek olives.
Come on, whistle snoot.
I was talking about the segment, and I tied it into me.
What's going on?
Nibbling gerbils.
Shout out to Sarah Snook, though, my queen.
Now, what to do if you're going to have a golden shower?
But, Tiki, are you coming back to football because you miss it, or are you coming back to football because you just had a big failure in broadcasting?
George Gallup is hung, dude.
Yes, give it to me.
The total package says he's in for this orgy.
Here's some diarrhea for you.
This orgy's starting to pick up steam.
Mm-hmm. I'm not going to say I was cuckolded it.
The cash counting machine that is John F. Mose Locke.
Yeah, 5-knuckle shuffle?
I mean, I have a really nice looking hog.
I think the best was probably Jimmy Strongleg.
I've never tweeted. I don't do it. I don't have an account. I don't do that. I know there's fake accounts. I don't do it. I've never done one. I have no interest. You will never, ever see me utilize that medium. Ever. Will never happen. As I tweeted the other day.
Huh? Like Pavlov's dog?
Do I like it?
Experience from when you used to be on the AOL chat room and would send pictures of girls to other gentlemen, including your brother-in-law.
Yeah, I'm not a cookie.
I'm going to get fingered in Chicago and recorded for proof.
I have a tremendously successful broadcasting career for a quarter of a century.
That was Drops of the Week.
Oh.
What was that at the end there?
Nice job, Jackson.
Jackson, tip of
The
the cap.
open's great.
Thank you.
Wow.
So
Open
you
is
did the
great.
whole thing?
Yeah.
How long
This
does
is
that
like
take
his
you?
man baby
Daddy
right
put
here.
his foot down.
I love doing it. I really like arranging it.
How long does it
Agreed.
take you?
It's a couple, 10 minutes after every show.
Wow, but you got to get your ass ripped down the hallway.
Yeah, after both shows.
Ah.
Just do it really. I really, it's like composing a symphony.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's fun.
I mean, I think there should be a great deal of gratitude expressed
Right?
to you for saying Daddy's putting his foot down and just bringing it back.
I think it's good for the show, and I truly do enjoy doing it. So
Were they like they didn't want to do it, and you put your foot down, we're doing it? Did somebody disagree with you doing
I
it?
think somebody forgot.
no, it's not like a shot at anybody. I just wanted to do it, and that's so I put my foot down and did it.
Look at that, Doug.
One foot in front of the other. That's my motto.
I just don't know if putting my foot down is the proper slogan there for that.
We were in the sales meeting, and it was just kind of a surprise comment.
Yeah.
And I go, Daddy? And then I go, you're Daddy.
Again, it's just a nod, including in the open, to the late great Jay Randolph Jr., our friend. And when he said "Daddy shutting down the commodes," I really felt that. So that's it was just my little nod.
Well, I don't mind the daddy. It's just putting the foot down.
Yeah.
That usually means, no, we're not doing it. I don't think it'll work. I'm putting my foot down. We're doing it.
Yes.
So if everybody says it's a great idea, there was really no reason to put a foot down.
Maybe if he had said something like, I'm going to take the initiative and get this restarted.
I said it in passing. I didn't think it would be a topic on the show.
Yeah.
I just said it. I didn't really
Well, it's got the whole station upset.
I didn't mean to upset anybody.
I've never seen Riz and Courtney so pissed.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to upset anybody, or I really didn't mean anything by it.
Who is this guy who calls himself Daddy?
The 25-year-old.
Yeah.
The live 25-year-old too. Now that he's losing, weight.
How much weight have you lost now?
21 pounds.
21 bills. So what are you weighing in? Like 175?
No, 182.
Still a little doughy. No, but you're a tall drink of water too.
Yeah, I mean, no, 182 is a
6'1" or
healthy
so?
weight. Yeah, very healthy weight. Right where I want to be 175, but I'm fine where I am now.
You got those abs that them ladies playing with at Wheelhouse, huh?
No.
What'd you stop eating?
Yeah, good question.
Sugar, I've certainly cut down on big time. Trying to prioritize protein ahead of carbs. And then just kind of being cognizant of what you're eating at all times.
Jackson and I had a great conversation about there was a protein bar in our little break room. Has anybody ever had that?
No.
It's a Gatorade
I'm not.
protein bar.
Oh,
if I
I've
am
seen it.
absolutely starving, because at 8 o'clock I'll have my nanner, and at 9 o'clock I have my protein shake, and that's kind of what I do until I have my chicken at around 12 or 1 with the Andrews barbecue sauce. It's a pretty exciting routine that I have going. But if I'm starving and for whatever reason don't have the protein shake or the banana, I'll go in there and I'll look around, and that Gatorade protein bar, Jackson, what's the nutritional breakdown on that thing? Because he said you might as well eat a double cheeseburger.
For real. So we're looking at about 330 calories, which isn't crazy, but not great. But then the big problem is 28 grams of sugar.
It's good for you. It's good for you.
It isn't
like a Snickers bar.
It's clean sugar. Blocks, right?
It's almost 50 grams of carbs, which is, again, not necessarily what we're looking for. Decent amount of fat. It's just not, and for that amount of sugar, it just doesn't taste very good.
Oh, I feel awful after I eat that.
It's like really chalky. Like there's ones like the one I have today has no added sugar in it and tastes 10 times better than this Gatorade one. So
you're going to put your foot down with the Hubbard people and tell them to get this stuff out
no,
of
they
our
actually
break room?
put a new one in this.
Really?
A different one that's really good. Tastes delicious, and the macros are a lot better.
You know what? You eat that Gatorade bar, you might as well have a hot fudge sundae. Thanks. That's from KG
For real, dude.
in O-Town.
For real.
Jackson, that was wonderful. P.S. I've never seen so much pushback on someone taking the initiative to go above and beyond for the listeners' entertainment. LOL. That's from Scott's Wrinkled Ballsack. Not his wife, though. Not his wife.
No, it almost felt like he was taking a shot at someone.
Hey, Gabe, 182.8 pounds, and I unloaded 8 ounces of protein in that ass last night. That's from the recovering alcoholic from
I'll take care of
Belleville
this
and
one.
Webster Grove.
You've been suspended, sir. You've
Not
been
really,
suspended
the
a
weight?
period of 2 days' time for those comments
8
right
ounces?
there.
Is there really protein in that?
Alcoholic from Belleville has been suspended. He's been suspended 2 days' time. His name is going into the suspension logule now. No, it doesn't feel very good, as he can attest.
Isn't 8 ounces like 2 1/3 cups?
Doug?
I
Can
don't
you
know.
measure
16
ounces to
in a
cups?
pound, right? 16 ounces in a pound.
Yeah, we're doing liquid.
Well, it was okay. I don't know. I haven't really stopped to think much about that.
Think about the ounces in his protein. Now what do you think?
I'm not thinking about it.
I'm thinking about Munganess. That's what I'm thinking about. And Iggy, the Daily Fantasy Sports Showdown, at one point yesterday, I feel like we were talking about it, I don't know if it was on the air or during a break, that you and Doug were on heaters. Is that the way that things are standing right now? Are we in Connecticut or are we in New Hampshire?
I don't know where we are.
Eastern Seaboard.
That
Doug's got Eric Cole's having a good morning. I think he's 300 through 6. He's in second place.
Is he really?
Behind that Denny McCarthy. Anybody have Denny McCarthy?
No.
Oh, Eric Cole's in first place now.
Oh, is he? Another birdie for him.
Cromwell, Connecticut.
Why did I think it was New Hampshire? So weird.
Yeah, I was making fun of him last week. I said I'm not going to play these 40-year-olds anymore because they can't play. Well, Adam Scott's 8 under. Didn't play. Where were you last week?
9 under now, Iggy.
Yeah, where were you last week, dumbass?
That doesn't make him dumb because he's playing well one week and didn't last
Didn't you have
week.
Scheffler? I thought he had one of the big names.
No, he's got Schauffele.
Oh, Scheffler. Scheffler's 8 under.
Yeah.
God, a guy just week in, week out.
I mean, I've got Fleetwood. I've got Hubbard. I've got Cantley. I have Henley. I have Harmon. So all of our guys are up there, and then our bottom guys are hovering around the cut line.
Just a couple of idiots.
Cut line's probably going to be. I think
Doug, what do you see the cut line?
I think it's going to be 4, actually.
They're going low in Connecticut, not New Hampshire.
4 under should make the cut. I don't think it make it 3, but I think it'll go up to 4 because they're making birdies like crazy on the Pete Dye course. Which
Let me see what Data Golf's saying on that, because it looks like that would be a low number right now. But hell, Iggy, I'm not really watching it, to be honest with you. -4 is 42.1% to be the cut. -3 is 44.2 to be the cut. -2 is 7.1% to be the cut. That's per our friends at Data Golf.
I'm pretty good at nailing that. So
I don't know how good you are. Really
well, I am.
at
I'm pretty
that.
good.
I don't know.
Well, I just said 3 or 4, and Data said 40% on both, so that's about it.
Doug, what do you have to say to that?
I would go a little higher on 4. Yeah. Because they're going low this morning. So yeah, I got a few guys that need to shoot 3 under today. And
if they don't, they're idiots.
Well, Tommy Fleetwood fired a nice 63. You think you go into this tournament having some... I'm going to shoot even par today.
We have a great salesperson here by the name of Craig Lombardi. Wonderful gentleman. And he was all over Denny McCarthy. Remember, were you sitting before the sales meeting started, Jackson? We were talking about that?
Oh, yeah.
He was all over him, and I go, he hasn't really played well at this thing. And he goes, Denny McCarthy, I'm telling you. I'm going, okay. And then sure enough, I look at it yesterday. I look at the leaderboard last night, and I go, oh, my God, Denny McCarthy shot 10 under. And that was like a 60, I think.
Yeah, he was flirting with 59.
Yeah. So was Adam Scott. Adam Scott was 9 under with 3 holes to go and made a bogey and no birdies, but he was 9 under with 3 to go.
But yeah, you're right. The numbers, somebody's going to shoot like 1,800 to win this thing, maybe even lower than that. Munganast is the sponsor of the Daily Fantasy Sports Showdown and our 7 o'clock hour. Go online at stlouisacura.com or altontoyota.com and work with great Jamie Burkhardt, Clayton Patterson, or Peter Munganast at Munganast, St. Louis Acura, and Alton Toyota. That is where you will find them. And if you would like to call or text them, here is the secret number. This is a secret for you boys. 314-252-0029.
That's a nice number. I was in there just yesterday.
Oh, yeah, what was doing?
Well, just like Jesse Kiyowski, I had a nail in a tire.
No way.
Yeah.
I had that happen a month ago. What's going on with us?
Coming from our parking lots out there?
I don't know. I saw the tire warning go on and looked around, and sure, I had a big nail. So I just drove right out there, and of course, they took care of me. I sat in the waiting room, had some snacks, talked with Clayton out there. Yeah, they just always take such great care.
They do. They're the best, man.
What a great
If you're looking for a car, I couldn't agree more. If you're looking for a car, new or pre-owned, or you just need to get your car serviced, even if you didn't get your car from Munganast, get it serviced at Munganast at stlouisacura.com and altontoyota.com, and the secret number, 314-252-0029. Don't tell anybody.
Yeah, you should keep that to yourself.
That's correct.
So that you get even better access.
That's correct. Doug, breaking news just coming across my desk right at 8:01 Central Time here on June 23rd, 2023. We are joined now live by caller Buzz and his wife, the Finger Queen, as they are en route to Chicago, Chi-Town, stand up. Buzz, Finger Queen, good morning. You are on the Ryan Kelly Morning After.
What's up, boys? How's it going?
Oh, we're fine, Buzz. You actually driving right now?
We are surprisingly, we're not on Highway 57. We are on Highway 55.
Oh, going straight up.
You got to take that 57.
Okay.
And we are Chicago bound, going to get there about 10:06 a.m.
And what expectations do you think the doctor has of the two of you?
Good question. That's the right question.
Yeah, well, I'm going to speak on one part, and then I'll let the Finger Queen speak on the other part.
All right.
So he did send in a shirtless picture the other night.
He did.
and said, "Cheers, looking forward to it."
Doug, you ever have
So
a guy send you a shirtless picture? Like
Not that I can remember, no.
And it was hot. I can confirm.
He actually did send you a picture topless.
Yes, he said, "Cheers, I'm checked out, ready for the concert," and his nipples are out.
Why would he send you such a picture?
I don't know. That's why I call you guys. You guys are the cuck experts. So
Did he ask you for a picture in return?
No, he did not. I didn't know if he expected one. I kind of felt bad. I should have probably just sent him one.
Like, let me ask the finger queen this question. In a vacuum, the fact that your husband is texting with a gentleman you guys don't really know all that well, and the gentleman is sending him a topless picture just saying, looking forward to it, does that give you pause, finger queen?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Nice
Boy, you're
answer.
a talkative one, aren't you?
Yeah, hopefully
Real
there's
chatty Cathy.
Hopefully there's no conversation needed in this foursome.
So what do you think's going to happen when you get up there?
I don't know. His girlfriend said that she is on her period. That's the text I got.
Doug, it's just so vivid yet wonderful.
So she texted
hold
her,
on a second.
saying-
It's just real quickly, because again, you've gone to concerts with people before.
Have not.
Their menstrual cycle didn't pop
Doesn't
up.
come up in the text conversation.
Almost never.
So who texted who about somebody's little red fire truck?
Mama.
Hello?
The wife
are we
texted-
Finger queen. Where are you?
Hello, sorry. The wife texted the finger queen that she is on her period but looking forward to the concert.
Now, what? But Doug, again, we're not tending to these questions. I think with the proper amount of focus. Why would the girlfriend text the finger queen that she's experiencing her little monthly visitor? I don't understand.
I'll tell you why.
Like, isn't that like kind of a non sequitur?
Yeah.
You just put the other picture together. Your girlfriend or wife, the finger queen, gets a text saying, it's that time of the month for me, which means nothing's going to happen between me and you or your husband and me. But the husband, the doctor, is sending topless pictures to Buzz, meaning, but we can still get it on.
Him and Buzz?
Yes.
This guy
Buzz? No.
Buzz, do you get the sense that the doctor wants to bang you?
I told you guys I would let him touch me for where we are sitting.
Why'd you let him touch you?
These are good seats, Doug.
Because they're good
Get over
seats.
yourself.
So has it been discussed at all about you're having an interest in messing around with them, or them having an interest in messing around with you? Has that been discussed at all, whether via text or conversation?
No, it hasn't been talked about
And
at all.
aren't these unique texts to be received?
Seems like it to me.
Can you imagine getting that period one?
There's been no confirmation. So I don't know what to expect. I'm afraid now that the wife is on the period that he's going to be looking to go after the finger queen.
Or you.
Or yeah. Do you get a sense that this gentleman is interested in playing with a Harrier hole?
Oh.
Well, like, you know, my hole is always open. But I haven't gotten that vibe, but the shirtless picture has really thrown me off.
Finger Queen, what is your read on the situation? Were you surprised to open up a text from a stranger and find out she's on her period?
I was very surprised.
Yeah.
And yet, there you are in a car heading that direction to meet up with a gentleman, a physician by trade.
You don't pass up this opportunity. It's going to end in one of three ways. We're going to have a great night, or this man will be entering one of us.
Oh, and you're you're okay with all this? You're up for it? You're ready for it?
Or I'm going to be fingered and called Morgan by the finger queen at the end of the night. Or I'm going to wake up sewn to my mouth to someone's butt. So the doctor's going to take advantage of us, and I could be used for some type of experiment.
Oh.
Doug, it's starting to get hot.
Oh.
So those are the options, I think, and I think it's worth the risk. Juice squeeze, right?
Is the concert tonight or tomorrow?
It's tonight. It's tonight. We're gonna go up there, meet up with them. We know she's on her period. We know this guy likes to send shirtless pictures. The finger queen was confused, but maybe excited at the same time. She, like I said, does like busty women. So,
Finger queen, are you looking to engage in sapphic play?
We'll see.
You're swingers, the deucey is. You're swingers, the deucey is.
We play. We just kind of play dumb and just see what happens.
Well, I mean, I feel like in fairness to the doctor and his girlfriend, they've been pretty direct by A, sending the topless picture, and B, the update on the menstrual cycle.
And a very discounted ticket. Like,
yeah,
I think
that's a great observation, caller Buzz. I agree with that. Finger Queen, real quickly, are you interested in sleeping with the doctor?
Queen.
I'll do what I have to do, I guess.
Nice.
Just for the tickets?
I'd like that.
Yep.
You like this guy
really
so
likes
much.
Morgan Waller.
I guess so.
Anything for Morgan Waller.
Would you rather hook up with the girlfriend or the doctor?
The girlfriend.
Oh.
Doug. Jackson with the right reaction.
Okay.
God, that's great. Have you ever been with a woman? Buzz, you're ruining this. Buzz, stop it. Turn Buzz's mic off. Turn the Finger Queen.
mic!
I wish I could. They're on one feed.
Finger Queen, have you ever been with a woman?
It depends what you mean by been with a woman.
Engaged in oral.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, well then, Buzz, I feel like that hasn't been disclosed before.
No, I was going to let the Finger Queen announce that on air.
Oh, well, here's a big announcement. TMA with an exclusive. Jackson, tweet that out from the account.
Credit us.
Yeah, exactly. KMOX, you're on notice. Mm-hmm. So you would rather... How many different women have you engaged with, Finger Queen?
2.
And when was the last one?
I was like 17, so it was years ago.
And yet you have a sapphic craving that you need sassified.
I don't know.
No.
Okay.
These people are swingers, the deuce of them.
It's like Troy Gloss in spring training in 2008 sometimes. That's what I feel like. Well, good luck to you guys. Unfortunate break on the menstrual cycle, but it seems like the doctor is going to get one of you, and that'll be fun. Doug gets the more popular MMF while the girlfriend sits in the corner with the Hitachi magic wand. Great way to spend a weekend in the Windy City.
Gosh.
My hole will be filled, boys.
Okay.
I love you. Bye-bye.
He's caller Buzz, and he's on I-55. He's going the wrong way.
Great call.
Yeah, it's going to take you longer.
No, he's on 57, right?
You think any of it's true? You think any of it at all is true? We've been played again, right?
No, look how
If it was fake, I felt like she would have had more than the verbose answers we received.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, was she engaged? The first answer.
And she hasn't been with a woman since she's 17. So.
Well, we don't know how caller Buzz's wife could be 21 for all we know.
It's true.
Well, somebody's, bad week for menstruating, but again, you can't control that. I love that text. Like, not only receiving it, but just think about sending that. You're actually typing this to a person. Hit send, and now you're just waiting for the response.
The good doctor thinks it's a done deal.
I like the topless
Guaranteed.
pick. Yeah. I think the topless pick.
You like the topless pick more than the PMS text?
Well, it quite literally sends a message.
I still think this all might be fake.
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking for that tequila, bro. It's great tequila from Milagro, and you're going to get that with being, the listener of the month.
Great call here of 2 people playing past the bag of McGriddles and hash browns while calling HD2 on a drive to Chicago to get turned into lampshades by Dr. Buffalo Bill. Only positive outcome tonight is some door-dashing deep dish pizza to Cubs fans prepping for the London series. Doug, that's Carlos Spicy.
Yeah. Yeah. It seems like a dangerous trip to me. Huh, she likes Morgan Wallen that much.
Yeah, that she's going to engage.
They must like the other couple, too.
I guess
no
so.
Matter how much, no matter who it was, how much you liked it, you'd have to be interested in it if you were really.
And they're getting up there early. Maybe they're going to.
Yeah, maybe it's a matinee sesh.
Yeah, get their work in before the show. really take the edge off at the show. But who knows? Maybe they want to build up the suspense.
Were they getting free tickets? He said they got a good deal on tickets. A deal, or was it free?
I think he said that he charged them like basically nothing for them.
How'd they meet this couple?
He met him at that
pageant
Hardy show. Yeah.
Why would you charge at all? You're a doctor. Obviously, you got money. Said, I'll give you a good deal on the tickets if you want to come up.
Well, some people would feel bad taking free tickets. They want to give you some.
Well,
not us. No.
Looks like you're gonna get a cherry pie. So what? Like, so the menstruating text, that was to people they don't really know.
That's correct.
That makes it
well, one thing
100 times worse,
one
right?
thing we can
Maybe
not-
more than that. Could you imagine meeting somebody for the first or second time, and one of your text interactions right at the jump is, "This is my menstrual cycle, and sorry, see you at the concert." No way I'm going to that.
At some point, because he supposedly Buzz met the doctor at the pageant. 1,800 people there just happened to run each other and say, "Hey, you want to come to Wallen?" But at some point, the wife had to get the doctor's wife or girlfriend had to get Buzz's wife's phone number somehow. So I'd like to know how that happened. Hey, give me your wife's number. I'll have my girlfriend call your wife. Yeah. And the first text she sends is,
"I'm on my period."
I'm on my period?
Yep.
There had to be something before that. They had to, exchange text.
Do you feel like we're not getting the whole story again?
Yeah, well, it is a story.
Was the wife with the doctor when he came to St. Louis?
Great question.
I don't think so. I think Buzz was talking about just...
Yeah, he was just
him.
Han Solo.
Yeah, his girlfriend was... the finger girl wasn't even with him.
The finger girl.
So there were two single men with girlfriends, but they went to this concert at the pageant by themselves.
Yeah. That's odd in itself.
Yeah, this guy's in Chicago, but he drove into Chicago for some concert by himself.
Is it possible the doctor met Buzz on Grindr?
Oh, Bill.
Well, I think I see where the doctor's coming from, because he might have friends in Chicago that he might have interest in swinging with, but you kind of want someone you don't really know.
Oh, I'm 100% on board with that.
Right, so you go to
Doug,
St.
all my
Louis.
orgies are with strangers.
Right.
So you go out of town, you go to Chicago to find them?
No.
So he drives to University City,
Right.
goes to a concert, and sees Buzz.
Yeah, it was a recruiting trip.
Okay, that he met on Grindr.
I don't know.
I heard someone say he met on Grindr.
You said that.
Oh.
That's an alternative
Someone
source
did.
if it goes through.
Guys, what's more desperate, meeting a pizza delivery driver at a concert and paying for him to come visit you 4 hours up north, or whoring out your wife to a crap radio show so you can try and get a laugh out of a bunch of dorks? Thanks. Doug, that's Justin in Columbia, and he's now struck twice this week.
He has.
Buzz has just issued a statement, Doug. We met the good doctor at the pageant, then met up with them for a drink at Luke Combs.
Okay.
Let's call her Buzz.
So they were all at the concert at the pageant.
I think just at the pageant it was Buzz, the Finger Queen, and the doctor, but then they met at Luke Combs this past weekend.
So they've had
So there's
two
a
run-ins.
rapport here. So
Two
there's a
run-ins,
rapport here.
Yeah.
So the doctor lives here now?
No.
Yeah, why is he coming
He
to St.
stayed here
Louis
for-
all the time?
Came all the way back for Luke Combs?
To recruit. Jackson, I guess that's it.
Very
He already
Flipmas.
he already recruited at the pageant, then he came back for Luke Combs?
The pageant show was Friday, Luke Combs Saturday.
Oh.
This is going to be a quid pro quo situation to get the tickets when they get there. Holes will be stretched. That's from
No.
Maxwell Hung.
Right. But, I mean, you want a little sweat equity. A little skin in the game.
Yeah,
quite
you already
literally.
got that warning text.
This sounds like two closeted gay men met each other off of Grindr and they don't know how to tell their wives.
Yeah, that's what it
from
sounds
band fan page user Burner.
Yeah, I knew I'd heard Grindr before.
See, that's just wrong, trying to do that. So the guy had an extra ticket to The Cure. I could have pawned that thing off for sex for me. Hey,
Why
how
didn't
bad
you?
you want to go?
That wouldn't be beneath you.
Do you think if you really tried, you could have gotten some sex out of that ticket?
Probably.
I don't know.
Or would you just have had a sign outside UC?
I had no interest in that. I just wanted to give it to somebody who really wanted to go and couldn't afford the astronomical prices that
How would you
these sites
advertise
were
that?
paying.
That you have a ticket for sale if there's sex in it for you?
I imagine like a big sign over your chest with one of those bells.
Oh, I could DM these people on the
DM who?
the Cure's fan page that we're talking about every night's concert, and anybody know where I can get tickets less than $800 on SeatGeek or wherever they sell these
And they have
things.
their pictures on there?
No, but then I guess if you want to DM, what are you willing to do for this ticket?
Oh,
I'm sure they
boy.
get.
Doug the Law would be.
I'm sure they get back.
Could you imagine all
Clip that off.
the sting operations were happening all at once?
Look, I didn't say give me this, but if you say, What's it worth to you? Then some girl may say, how about this? Well, she's the one that offered, not me.
I'm deactivating the internet.
Caller Buzz has issued one final statement. I'm 3 Michelob Ultras deep, and I am ready to whore myself out today. That's from Caller Buzz.
He could be passed out by noon.
Gosh.
You shouldn't be driving and drinking.
Gosh.
So is he into guys?
Oh, I think there's no question about
Is that right?
The
I mean,
fact
just because, but is it fair to say, and again, I'm going to lean on you because we don't have Marlon Wayans in here to tell us, is it fair to say that if a gentleman enjoys being digitally penetrated, that doesn't necessarily mean he is into men? So I didn't connect the two.
Oh, he's into
Buzz
men,
likes to be
straight up.
fingered, but you think he was into guys? I didn't really.
Bisexual.
You think he's bisexual?
I mean, I don't care how much you want a finger in there. I mean, if it's a dude.
But it's always been his wife
bisexual.
fingering him.
Yeah, so if you want a dude to do it, I mean, you're bisexual if that doesn't bother you.
Right, but I didn't know that had been established.
If it's his wife, it's not.
No.
That's
But if the doctor does.
Right, well, then that's the game changer.
But the only
Unless he's a proctologist, and this is kind of a little
It's
deal.
just a health checkup.
The problem is the only female in this equation already said she's leaking oil. And so, like, you know what I mean? Like,
was that the Exxon Valdez or the Valdez?
So when you're talking about still going to the trip, and Buzz is 3 beer deep and excited and wanting to get Randy, even though she herself is in the shop for a week. I don't really, I no other way to determine it, but he's fine just hooking up with the doctor. Am I correct on that?
Maybe they really just want to see this concert.
I don't know if Morgan
Concert's got
Wallen's
nothing to do with any of
whatever going to be happening post game.
I think the
but
concert
if
is just
you're-
an excuse to go.
No, I think there's people that couldn't get tickets from Morgan Wallen.
Still can't get it right.
Jesse hates it. I can't remember this guy's name.
He's pretty popular.
But if you want to get a ticket for it, and that's brought up, I mean, okay, we'll see what happens, but we really want to see this concert. Or you can get really good tickets, and then just bail on it. Just say, no part of this. Thank you for the concert. We're never going to see you again. Adios.
Yeah, that's possible.
Well, Doug, this is a fun story to follow this weekend.
Yeah.
And we will be tracking it. It is a TMA exclusive. If Randy Character wants to talk about it, we just ask that he attributes our show properly. That's all we're asking for.
I'm just surprised that they first met at the pageant and then met at Busch Stadium, and it took that long for one of the women to start talking about her menstrual cycle.
Yeah, it usually is
What
comes up quicker,
two
doesn't
whole
it?
meetings?
And then they still said, hey, we're still in it.
Yep.
Yeah. In fact, we'll drive 5.5 hours.
He did say they're good seats. I know
You could be on stage, and I don't know if I'd be.
one of our cohorts here at the station, Marty Brooks.
Cohorts.
Marty Brooks from WIL was there last night. And he took some pictures. It looked like
Was
he
where?
At Wayland.
Waylon Jennings.
It looked like these pictures.
I look like 90.
It looked like they're from the 5th or 6th rows.
Oh, he's dead for sure.
Now I am a little disappointed in myself that I don't pay. I actually texted Jesse yesterday that I said I really need to pay more attention to WIL concerts.
What a great text.
Because, about 3 months ago, I was in Jesse's office, and I asked her, because I know they put a lot of WIL stuff on country shows together. Not always big ones, but just, hey, we're going to be at Ballpark Village. Here's our concert for the night. And I said, are you familiar with Lainey Gardner?
Lainey Gardner. Doug, are you familiar with Lainey Gardner?
I am not.
And she wasn't, so I sent her a video of some of her music. And I just found her.
You were familiar with the country act that Jesse wasn't?
Well, I found her like 3 years ago. She did a remake of Dreams by Fleetwood Mac and Stevie Nicks. And this voice was like, oh my God. And it got like 10 million views. So I just kept following her career and the music. Well, Jelly Roll was in town at the Delmar Hall.
Jelly Roll.
Jelly Roll.
Which is a great venue, only 500 people, really. And Lainey Gardner opened for Jelly Roll at Delmar Gardens, and I didn't even know.
Delmar Garden? Jelly Roll? The big star right now is playing Delmar Gardens?
Delmar Hall.
Number one comedian in Vegas.
Delmar Hall.
Can you imagine him walking
I would have gone if I knew Lainey was going to be there. And Jesse goes, we've been promoting it for 3 months, that they're both going to be there. I said, I should probably pay more attention, so I would have went. But, Lainey was opening for Jelly Roll and was here. So I need to start maybe paying more attention to some country concerts.
Yeah.
Say Miss Laney.
Doug, Chairman Steve is on hold.
Oh, is he? Maybe he has some thoughts.
He hasn't left a
about
mic drop in a week, and I'm getting a little
means-
frustrated.
That means we're gonna break the record for when we take a break.
Hello,
no,
Steve.
38.
Hello, Steve.
Well, when has he ever offered less than 20?
15 minutes. Hey, boys!
There he is, Doug.
Howdy.
How you doing?
We're fine. You?
Oh, good. My balcony is for rent for 2 Morgan Wallen concerts next month. All you have to do is give me a handy or use your mouse, something like that.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
Nice, Doug. So those are on sale.
Are you soliciting prostitution right now?
Yeah, Buzz's wife can come.
Well, you better lower your price because Biff has asked me to come up if I wanted to, and he'll barbecue for me if I come up. So he's actually giving me something to come up.
I'm not asking you, Iggy. I'm not asking you. So it's all right. I got a bone to pick with you, Iggy.
Uh-oh.
Like when I say I shoot 50 to 55, that means 50 at best, but usually around 55. Like you were trying to say that, you shoot 50, but that's your worst is 50. And I played without handicaps with no problem, and you were never going to give me the money back.
Yeah, I went out to the parking lot. You were gone already.
Oh, yeah. You never mentioned that at all.
Doug.
Until
Ask,
recently.
and I haven't talked to Cletus. I haven't talked to him to say anything. Text Cletus if you know his number. Send him a message on Facebook. Say, did Iggy want to give the money back? Because after you left, and I was sitting there, I said, I really feel bad I took his money because he really wasn't that good. I should have given him some strokes. I didn't. I feel
Well,
bad
we're
for
going to play again.
And I said, I want to give him his money back. I went out to the parking lot, and you were gone. So ask Cletus. I want to give your money back.
I'll play with handicaps for $200. Anytime. Maybe not next week, but the week after.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
There it is. The match has been set.
Golf has to be free for him.
Do you have a handicap though?
Yeah, I'm on the gin.
Okay.
26.6, baby.
Oh.
Gotta end up giving you 10 strokes.
You're trending, Steve.
Yeah, you'll be about 9 pop. That's not
I'm going
bad.
down without playing because all my scores from like Belle Reve when we played and those scores where I'm shooting 100 are getting thrown out.
But you're not posting any scores.
No, but I guess those 87s and 88s from Westboro are still there.
Well, shouldn't they be?
I'm a 17.6. I've gone down a stroke and a half and I haven't played.
I don't know how you can find the time to play. I mean, you only have 21 hours every day.
I got a lot to do.
Yeah, exactly.
No, we'll get together after the holiday.
Oh, for sure. Or right during the holiday.
Nice.
Are you going to be out of town or are you going to be here?
No, but during the holidays, this golf courses are crammed. It's like 5.5-hour rounds. I don't have the patience.
True. I agree with you on that. But no, it's I'd be more than willing to play. So, but you do kind of misremember some of the things as you go along.
No, I remember you saying 50 to 55, and I said, well, I can shoot 50, so if you have a good day, you shoot 50, and I shoot 50, and we're even.
You knew that. Yeah, come on, Iggy.
I've never seen you play golf. I don't know.
Wow, Doug.
Come on, Iggy.
Some people
Iggy
say...
jumped on it immediately. I mean, and then you say I kicked everybody's ass. Like, no crap, you kicked my butt. I mean, I just don't play that much golf. I was more about the fun and everything. But then when you started kind of puffing your chest out a little bit, it kind of ticked me off.
Well, I puffed my chest out
really
to everybody that I played.
You set it up like you had this great victory, but it was just, you beat me.
I didn't say it was a great victory. It was a victory.
I'm better than I was then, so we'll see what happens the next time.
Steve, were you the one that sent the text exchange where you said you were a 50 to 55 and he goes 200 question mark? That still is one of the funniest text exchanges I have ever witnessed in my life. And bravo to Iggy, because I think I would have done the exact same thing in that text scenario.
That's fine, but own it. Yeah.
200?
Basically, not telling the
Do you
truth
feel like it was?
all the way.
Do you feel like it was theft, Steve?
Do I feel like what?
It was theft.
No, not at all. I was a willing participant. I kind of knew what the thing was, but it just ticked me off because Iggy keeps talking about it like it's morphed into this thing where he beat my ass and I'm a good golf player, but I'm not. I'm terrible.
I think I said I felt
Like,
bad.
you'll find some 26 handicaps can play.
I think I've said if you want to go find the audio that I said, I felt bad because I knew after the first shot he wasn't going to beat me.
Well,
So
yeah,
I wasn't
but then-
saying like
but then,
I
like,
kicked
when you
your
were
ass. When have I
talking
said
about
that?
When you were talking about it yesterday, you were like,
or a couple days ago, whatever it was, you just made it sound like, you're you beat my ass, and it was just like, okay, kind of unnecessary.
I don't think I said that, but
go at it like that. Because you kind of knew you were going to beat me, I think, and I kind of knew it down deep. I mean, maybe I get lucky on a couple holes, but it was. I never heard you say that you were going to give the money back until recently, though, and maybe you did tell Cletus, but you obviously waited till I left.
Well, because I started thinking about it, and I told Cletus, I said, I really feel bad. Where is he? He goes, he went out to the parking lot.
Don't feel bad. I'm fine money wise, so that didn't hurt me.
All right, but I don't remember saying I pumped my chest out. I kicked your ass. I was talking about the other people. I said I pretty much kicked everybody's ass I played.
You lumped me in that category. So if you didn't lump me in that, lump me in that category. That's fine. So.
Well, what do you want me to say? I kicked everybody's ass but yours, and yours is the one I did kick. Dog.
Well, you only played me and the guy from Illinois, right?
I think I played another guy too.
Oh, well, I mean that's not. I don't think you played more than 2 people, to be honest.
I think I played 3 or 4.
Oh, really? When were those? Nobody said anything about those.
Well, I don't come on and brag about everybody I beat.
You pretty much
Just
do.
you, Steve.
Pretty much do.
You never one to brag, AD. That's for sure. For sure. Oh God. Enough of that.
You played the Illsider. I remember that. You played the Illsider. So Steve and the Illsider, too, I know.
I thought I played 2 other people.
No, you did not. If you would have talked about it. So you beat 2 people.
Who knows? I haven't talked about it, but maybe I did talk about it.
We talk about everything on the air.
Yeah, maybe I did talk about it. I don't remember. I don't remember talking about the Illsider.
About it. I remember everything.
All right.
Mr. Licks is adamant that you only played 2 people.
All right, well.
Yeah, Licks is right. He's my buddy now.
You and Mr. Licks are friends?
I met him. I was surprised he was a little nervous, I think.
So TMA Day at the ballpark, he was at Salt and Smoke?
No. He was there with, I don't want to say what he does for a living, but he was there with a group of people in a box, I think. And then I saw him at Patios afterwards.
What's he do for a living?
Go ahead.
How'd you know who he was?
Good question.
He came up to me.
Wow, Steve.
I didn't know who you were.
How does anybody know who I am? They look on Facebook.
I thought he said he wasn't on Facebook.
I put out there who I am.
Doug, do we lose Chairman Steve?
I lost him. I can't hear him anymore.
Heard my nurse.
Yeah. Oh, there he is.
Yeah.
Okay.
What if Mr. Licks was the one with the girl who we were trying to encourage Jackson to go seduce? Wow, and it all comes full circle.
Oh, that could.
No, I thought Steve said he wasn't at
he wasn't there.
Salt and Smoke.
Got
He was at Patios.
Got it. Now we were at Ballpark Village.
Patios had more young talent than usual at the.
It was TMA Day at the ballpark. Of course it did.
Yeah, that brought him out.
Yeah, no, that had nothing to do with it. Absolutely nothing.
Oh,
but no, it was a nice day. I saw Luke and Baker when I was walking to Patios. He was walking back to his. I think a lot of those guys who get called up stay at the hotel. So.
Well, probably a good thing since he's back in Memphis.
Yeah. Well, I was like, I saw him and I'm like walking by him. He goes, "I can at least give you an at bat." And he just kind of laughed and shrugged, kept walking.
Yeah, he got like no chance at all.
Yeah, he got the day he got
called
up
in the minors.
Yep.
So nice of Mosaic Lock to do that to a young kid.
I'm convinced that DeWallet didn't want to fire Ollie because he already paid for his ticket to go to London.
That's what it was. It was an airfare decision.
Dude, we're dealing with some of the cheapest people in the front office MLB has ever seen before.
That's not true. That's not true.
We're taking it as truth.
It isn't true.
Oh, I don't need any facts to back that up.
No, not at all. What do you eat? What were you eating earlier, Plowsy? What were you eating earlier?
Probably like a 800 calorie Cinnabon glazed unhealthy death treat. It was amazing though.
You didn't bring eggs in there again, did you?
No, it was again a user error. We learn from those. We build on those.
Well, we
things
grow from
and
it,
we move
Plowhawk.
forward. Yeah.
Also, I need to make a statement.
Oh, Doug, it's a statement. Buzz has issued a statement.
Okay.
Finger Queen's issued a statement. Now Chairman Steve with a statement.
All right.
All right, I play at the Highlands a lot because it's convenient. It's 9 holes. If you play at the Highlands, you don't need to measure up putts.
No.
All right?
No.
You just go up there and hit the damn ball.
Right.
Oh, pace of play
It's
issue.
like a 3-hour round at the Highlands sometimes. And you got these jackasses up there measuring out putts, looking at the lay of the land. Just hit the damn ball.
Yeah.
You're shooting about 60. Get a move on.
Yeah.
I'm with you there, buddy.
Can you carry that same passion over into a mic drop today?
Pretty please.
I don't know. I like doing the mic drops, but it does. I mean, it's a lot. It takes a lot out of it.
Sorry to bother you.
Yeah.
I was at Normandy
You must be in great shape.
I was at Normandy last week, and I saw these guys that had jeans on, T-shirts, tennis shoes,
Steve's doing his own hijinks.
and the guy's aim pointing on the green.
Oh, nice. What a player.
And then he knocked it like 20 feet by the hole. I said, God, you stop watching TV.
You said that to him.
I said it myself. He's in front of me. I said, stop watching TV. You're doing what the pros do, and you don't know what you're doing.
Does it bother you when someone is wearing jeans on the golf course?
It's kind of Hoosier, yeah.
Well, I know it is Hoosier, but does it really bother you?
Yeah, I think you should look good on the course. Just don't come out there like some hoosh bag and
Yeah, I played yesterday.
Small town.
dress like a
Small
golfer.
town. There's always people in jeans playing in small towns. So
Yeah.
that's kind of fine. I don't mind that.
Yeah,
Guess who I played behind the other day over at the Highlands?
What was that, Locke?
How can you blame him for people wearing jeans on the golf course?
Luke Combs,
Matt
after he got done with
Rocchio.
Algonquin?
Oh, Rockio?
Yeah.
Wow.
He wasn't measuring up putts, though. His buddy was, though.
Was he wearing jeans?
No.
Did he have
was,
his tuba?
Oh, I'm sure he had the tuba.
No. He probably shot worse than me. I think I was shot like a 48.5 that day at the Highlands, which is good for me.
Yeah, you were firing all cylinders.
Par 34.
Par 34, Jackson drops
Thanks,
in.
buddy. Thanks, buddy. I was at Norman Probstein the other day.
My old stomping grounds.
Is that
Yeah.
the main Forest Park course?
27 holes.
Yeah, I played a tournament there. We got all hammered. I hit a 299-yard drive.
You did not.
Which hole?
Doug,
You
this thing is a
did
bomber.
not.
This is a distance.
299, you did not.
I swear to God, I'm not crapping you, Doug.
Dogwood
I did
9?
a fireball shot, and then I hammered it 299 yards.
Oh,
It was
come on.
Dogwood. What's the one where you get kind of dog legs a little bit right?
Dogleg, right?
Yeah.
Doglegs right?
Yeah, a little
That would be
bit.
number 7.
Doug, number 7. Pull up 7.
It was 7.
Right by the
we
Grand
were
Basin.
like under
So par 3.
85 yards
No,
from
sir.
the hole after my drive.
How about that?
Okay, that's a pretty good drive for a touring pro. Much
I
less a
did have
26
a flyer lie on
handicap.
the tee.
Flyer lie on the tee.
Did you cut the corner?
Now you're taking shots at me.
Did you cut the
Yes,
corner
I am.
on that?
Iggy, I'm going to continue to take shots. I gotta
He wants his money back.
You got to create something.
I don't have enough friends. I can't be losing any.
I didn't say I was your friend in the first place.
Oh, Doug, this is rough now. Now
Yeah,
it's rough.
yeah.
Now it's rough.
I'm just messing with him. I like Iggy, actually. I enjoy it. I enjoy hearing stories 5 and 6 times. He reminds me of some of the guys who hang out at my pool in my building.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Guys who are single too long.
You still got your blinker on? Turned on?
I turned it off. I'm heading down. You know where I am?
Where?
Twin Cities, baby.
You're in Minneapolis, St. Paul.
Yeah, what's that?
Oh, Crystal and Festus, baby.
Oh, yeah.
The Walmart is actually splits Crystal City and Festus. Like if you check out in certain areas, you pay Festus tax. Other registers, you pay Crystal City tax.
Oh,
Isn't that
really?
interesting?
That's fascinating. Yeah. Who would you rather give your tax
coming
dollars
down from
to?
Morgan Wallen?
Am I?
Yeah.
No, I haven't been able to get tickets.
We'll come by and watch it from the balcony.
There you go, Doug.
Well, yeah. When
All
is
you
it?
have to do is give me a handy.
No, I'm not going. I'm not going.
Worth it.
Well worth
I'm
it.
just joking, Doug.
Chairman Steve, we got to go. Thank you so much, sir.
All right. Hey, congratulations to Doug on being a grandpa.
Oh, well, not yet.
Your
but-
son had a...
No, he didn't. No.
So
He's
that's...
due. They're due.
Gregor.
John.
I'm excited for
John.
you, Doug. It's an awesome thing.
God bless.
yeah.
Congrats,
They've not had a
congrats to
shot.
John Vaughn. Love you guys. Have a good weekend.
Thank you,
All
Chairman
right, thank
Steve.
you.
Have a great weekend. So what's
They're
the story?
due like in December. So.
Good for you.
He must have put it on Facebook.
Oh, okay. I love that Steve made that private, intimate moment now public to the TMA fats. But
I think
that's
congrats,
outstanding.
Doug.
You
That's
excited?
awesome, man.
Sure, yeah.
Freaking awesome.
Do they know what they are having?
No.
Are they going to find out?
I don't know. If they know, they haven't told us.
Right.
Gonna be trip with 3 boys. Just like his father.
That'd be a snootful. I'm not sure anybody would
3
be ready
boys
for
in the
triplets right off the
2020s.
bat, yeah.
Oh, that'd be a tough task.
It would, especially for first-time parents.
Guys, Doug is a gilf. That's from Scissor Me Timbers.
Didn't take too long, Doug, for sexual harassment on a grandpa to be a thing.
No, it didn't. Just one quick comment there by Steve.
A lot of guys from Festus come up to mulch my neighborhood and we pay them in cash. That's from Mr. Lynn.
Oh.
Come on, man.
Come up to mulch my neighborhood.
Mulch is expensive. You got to get a good mulch.
Didn't his stepdad put like the down payment on his house or something?
There's a lot of mulch door-to-door salesmen.
There are.
They'll come
Can we
right
get
to
into
your
that,
door.
Doug?
Just happen to be in your neighborhood. Can we get you some
What, do they got
mulch?
like a whole
They got the
truck
truck.
full just
yeah.
ready for a shovel?
That's right.
Hey, you got to mulch.
Well, yeah, but like I don't need to buy it from some straggler on the road, right?
Where are you going to buy mulch?
I got a mulch guy.
They get a lot of business that way because a lot of people don't want to do it, and it's there, and it's usually like $100 to do it.
And setting up an
Okay,
appointment, you have to be home at that time. They're
Yeah.
dumping a bunch of stuff on you. Yeah, I could see the appeal, I guess.
What up, Melganass, 7 o'clock hour, the return of the drops of the week. We have caller Buzz going up to be anally penetrated by a doctor in Chicago.
already forgot.
Chairman Steve and Iggy are having a rematch. So many things in this Melganass 7 o'clock hour. StLouisAcura.com and AltonToyota.com. Remember, if you're injured in an accident, things can spiral out of control quickly. You want to work with CD Longo and Doug Biggs of the Longo Biggs Injury Law Firm. They will take all the complication and hassle out of your injury claim. CD and Doug are St. Louisans. They live here, and they are trial lawyers, meaning they won't settle if there's an obstacle or complication in your case. And in fact, most cases have them, and Doug and CD will overcome those obstacles and take your case all the way to trial if necessary. You're going to get personal attention from them, as either Doug or CD will personally handle your case. You'll get to know them just as they will get to know you. You can do so by going to longobigs.com. That's LONGOBIGGS.com. Longo Biggs Injury Law accepts personal injury, wrongful death, brain injury, and other catastrophic injury cases. It's longobigs.com. Remember, the choice of an attorney is an important decision and should not be based solely on advertisements. All right, we'll wrap up our Melganass St. Louis Acura and Alton Toyota 7 o'clock hour. 8 o'clock hour coming up next, starting at 8:45. This is the Ryan Kelly Morning After from the Michelob Ultra Studios.
Hey, if you like the morning after, check out Balloon Party on 101 ESPN. HD1, by the way. It's sports talk with Tim McKernan and Action Jackson from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. each weekday, right after the morning after. It's the worst named show in the history of radio, but the content's pretty good, so check it out on 101 ESPN or get the podcast on the TMA app. You're hearing TMA all day on KPNT HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis, featuring the Ryan Kelly Morning After, live from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. Then a full show replay from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., followed by the best of TMA from 1 p.m. to 7 p.m., and another same-day replay starting at 10 p.m. Find the full schedule at TMASTL.com. Brought to you by Ryan Kelly at thehomeloanexpert.com, the most efficient mortgage process you'll ever experience.
Biggie's Restaurant and Bar has been a staple of the community for over 30 years and is serving your favorites like the steak sandwich, waffle fries, and so much more. It's not just the food that's rocking. With a full bar and patio, Biggie's is the perfect spot for lunch, dinner, and a little laughter. Biggie's original hours are back. Open 11 a.m. till midnight, Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday. And 11 a.m. till 1 a.m. on Friday and Saturday. Check out the full menu at biggiesrestaurant.com and stop in today.
Hello, it's Jackson for Rosalita's. TMA listeners know that Rosalita's Cantina has the best patio and the best Tex-Mex in town. From tableside guac to piled high nachos, the amazing menu at Rosalita's is full of classic Mexican dishes. Plus, it's always time for a margarita, and Rosalita's has the most delicious house and specialty margs in town. Enjoy happy hour specials Monday through Friday from 3 to 6, and let Rosalita's cater your next event. Check out rosalitascantina.com or visit the downtown or DePere location today. Time to get your fiesta on at Rosalita's.
The Midwest Drag Racing Series Night of Fire and Thunder at Worldwide Technology Raceway, Saturday, July 1st. Bring out the whole family and check out jet cars, dragsters, ground-pounding pro mods, live music, and fireworks. Tickets start at just $30, and kids 12 and under are free. Don't miss it. Race cars, fireworks, and more at WWT Raceway, Saturday, July 1st. Get your tickets and all the details at WWTRaceway.com.
I'm Tim McKernan here with Action Jackson talking to you about Mark Hanna. TMA listeners have a lot to think through financially, whether it be saving up for their child's education or planning for their own retirement and everything in between.
Whether you're like me and just getting started with your financial planning or you're already retired, call Mark Hanna.
It all starts with a 15-minute phone call to discuss your needs and design the right strategy for you and your future.
Visit evergreenstl.com or give Mark a call at 314-889-0503 today.
Mark Hanna offers securities through Equitable Advisors and insurance and annuity products through Equitable Network, LLC.
Driving the ball 300 yards is cool and impresses your buddies, but scoring amounts to getting the ball in the hole. Thus, the best way to lower your scores is to improve your short game. If you want a golf green that putts true and gives you real grass performance when practicing chips, pitches, and bunker shots, the only company to call is Clubhouse Turf, St. Louis's exclusive partner of Celebrity Greens. Each Clubhouse Turf signature green is unique in design and can create your own backyard golf experience that your family and friends will enjoy for years to come. Call Clubhouse Turf today at 314-802-6229. Or visit them online at clubhouseturf.com.
Urban Dictionary defines thirsty as purposely, knowingly, and recklessly attempting to gain fame to boost self-esteem. So, are you thirsty? Well, TMA has you covered. Become a part of the 2023 TMA Listener of the Month Club. You nominate yourself for a monthly award. And if you win, you get recognition and stuff to help you satisfy that insatiable thirst. We're talking January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, etc. Go to TMASTL.com or the TMA app. Give us your name, a photo, and other pertinent information. Tell us why you deserve to be TMA Listener of the Month. And if you don't want to use your real name or photo, we don't really care. The TMA Listener of the Month. Get recognized just for being you or fake you or whatever. Quenched by Milagro Tequila. Welcome to the brighter side of tequila with Milagro in the morning after on KPNT HD2. The Tim McKernan Show podcast featuring long-form interviews with people from the world of sports, politics, and entertainment.
And our guest today, Bill McClellan. Thanks so much for coming in.
Hey, my pleasure, Tim.
What's up, Caden?
Hi, how are you?
Joe Buck, our guest today.
Man, it's like I haven't seen you in years.
More than 500 episodes and counting. And it's available wherever you get your podcasts, including the TMA STL app. Get the app now at TMASTL.com.
Hey, this is Tim McKernan. I'm with a great sponsor of TMA, and that's Longo Biggs of the Longo Biggs Injury Law Firm. People are starting to head out now. It is summertime, but that means an increase in car accidents.
Hey, guys. Like Tim just said, summer is finally here, and that means there's more people on the roadways. And you might be going to a Cardinals game, or maybe you're headed home from taking your buddy's money on the golf course. But with increased traffic on the roads, it also means a higher likelihood for car accidents. If you get in an accident, contact our firm immediately. We've successfully handled a countless number of car, motorcycle, and truck accidents. And if you go to our website, you will see we have received awards for doing so. We will make the process easy for you while maximizing the compensation you receive. Go to our website or Google Longo Biggs Injury Law.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisement.
When we think of a real estate agent, we think of somebody simply selling our home or finding us a new one. I mean, they're all the same, right?
Okay, here's the comps. We'll take some pics, we'll post them, and I'll get back to you, okay?
A home is life-changing, and your real estate agent should reflect that. Honesty, integrity, and someone who will go above and beyond to make your dreams come true.
The Jeff Lotman Group with Compass Realty. We're different because you're different. We want what you want. Experience the difference today at jefflotman.com, bringing people and properties together.
Men suffering from ED or PE? The medical providers at Paramount Men's Medical Center offer breakthrough treatments that eliminate problems in the bedroom. 98% of men see instant results on their first visit, regardless of age or medical history. For a limited time, call Paramount Men's Medical Center. Your initial consultation and first treatment are completely free. Plus, get a free gift that will enhance your performance in the bedroom. All this, worth hundreds of dollars, is free if you call Paramount Men's Medical Center now at 314-720-8210. That's 314-720-8210.
Hey, you like jet cars, dragsters, pro mods, and fireworks? Well, guess what? You can see jet cars, dragsters, pro mods, and fireworks for free in a night of fire and thunder. Saturday, July 1st at Worldwide Technology Raceway. Brought to you by Travers Automotive and RV. And you can get 4 tickets for free on the TMA app or at TMASTL.com. And if you don't win, buy your tickets starting at just $30 for adults. Plus kids 12 and under are free. Find out more now at TMASTL.com.
The Ryan Kelly Morning After.
On KPNT HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis.
Is this a recording session or someone just practicing?
Take a listen to this, guy.
Burritos, Totitos, Doritos, and Cheetos, Fritos, Mojitos, and the Senoritos, Framios, and Trios with the jalapenos. Oh yeah. Tacos from Pacos with panchos, nachos, churros, rancheros, and some canyoneros. I'm out. Adios, amigos. We bought this stuff on everything, our burgers and our fries, and don't forget your chicken wings.
I asked Madison if we had a wedding, if we could hire acoustic sessions. Would you like that?
I would love it.
Don't you
Would
say?
it get you there, Doug? Would it get you to the wedding if we had acoustic session for 3 hours?
Most music, when you say I'm out, adios, that's the end of the song.
Not acoustic sessions. That's what makes it so great.
I'd love to hear some of their covers. You know, songs that already exist with their little flair.
I mean, the President's Day song is essentially a cover.
I mean, that's what you get to look forward to.
My brother Steve had Fairchild played his wedding. Connie Fairchild, David Toretta.
Yeah, and who are those people?
Big St. Louis group back in the day. Connie Fairchild.
Who was that?
They were a band. I used to have a crush on Connie.
How long ago are we talking now? 70s?
It had to be, trying to think, 90s maybe.
And they were a garage band in St. Louis?
They were in a garage band. They played all over St. Louis. They were the most popular band in St. Louis. David Toretta still plays in St. Louis with certain bands.
What was the name of the group?
Fairchild.
And they were the most popular?
One of them.
Sweet.
Okay. Boy, that just stopped the conversation.
Well, it was kind of like nobody was paying attention to the rehearsal or to the reception. Everybody was off their away from their tables. They were just in front of the stage watching Fairchild.
Really? Is that where you were?
That's where I was, yeah.
You meet any young ladies that night?
I think I took one of the girls that was in the wedding.
As a date?
Took her as like your prize?
No, I mean, we kind of hit it off. So she was a, what do you call, not a groomsman,
Bridesmaid?
Bridesmaid.
Bridesmaid.
Bridesman.
And I was a groomsman, so.
The proper term.
Oh, so it was natural.
We just kind of hit it off.
Right. Right.
It wasn't a date, but it ended up being a date.
Your parents come up to you and ask you to please date their daughter?
No, I don't know if her parents were there or not.
Take the Vanderbilt family ring, would you, Ken?
That only happened at Mark Rosen's wedding. Shaker Heights.
Please me by sending in your text for the Engineer Design Facilities text inbox. They're going to move forward as the EDF Group, the most experienced data center and critical facilities service provider in the St. Louis market. Check out the newly revamped website, theedfgroup.com, and take a look at each of the 3 divisions they have to offer. EDF Group, your one throat to choke for all your critical facilities, data center, commercial fire alarm, and electrical and IT infrastructure needs. To contact the EDF Group, email fire@theedfgroup.com. Experience the EDF Group difference and learn more at the edfgroup.com. That is the sponsor of our text inbox here on the Ryan Kelly Morning After in our 8 o'clock hour. Send your emails in for our Design, Air, Heating, and Cooling email today, which comes your way in about an hour, the morning after at InsideSTL.com. Design Air is the official HVAC provider of the Ryan Kelly Morning After. Temperatures in the 90s, Doug, today. Tomorrow, Iggy sees a cold front coming through, though. But our phones show a high of 93 on Saturday. You run into air conditioning problems, make sure you go to DesignAirService.com. What's that, Iggy?
It's not coming through Saturday. It's the cold front's coming through Sunday behind the storms. Yeah. And then if you look at the temperatures Monday and Tuesday, Tim, they're in the 80s at 95. So
that's the cold front.
That is chilly.
That cold front will drop at 10 degrees.
Yeah.
87 on Monday, 89 on Tuesday. There you go. So if you're running air conditioning problems, it's going to be hot. That's the bottom line. It's June in St. Louis. It's going to be hot. That's the deal, Jack. So you go to designairservice.com, and now you're working with Seth Goldcamp and his incredible staff at Design Air Heating and Cooling online at designairservice.com. Doug's a client. I'm a client. Say, friends, why don't you become a client as well? It's Design Air Heating and Cooling. That Strodecast brought to you by Paramount Men's Medical Center. Paramount Men's Medical Center, 314-720-8210. That's for a free initial consultation. Free first treatment, and free gift. If you got ED or PE, enhance your performance in the bedroom and see instant results in your first office visit. Call 314-720-8210. It's Paramount Men's Medical Center, and it's also something that you should probably spend some time
I'd think about it if I were you.
and think about it.
Does anybody know, I guess maybe Jackson would know, who Doug picked up when he dropped Keegan Bradley, who happens to be 8 under, and Sungjae Im, who happens to be 8 under? You dropped those two. Do you know who you picked up in place of those? Because you got Eric Cole leading the tournament at 10 under. You would have had a fourth with Bradley and Im.
Doug picked up, I think it was Streelman, who's 5 under, T20, and then I think Kazire, who is 3 under.
Okay.
Not bad.
It's all just guessing.
Trying to, well, for you it is, but I'm just curious. It wasn't guessing when you dropped him. You could have kept him.
No, I had to drop somebody because I went over.
You could have dropped Shoffley.
Streelman and Kazire are doing better than Shoffley and Rahm.
Yeah.
So.
See, that's why it's just luck.
Well, it's not luck. It's bad luck when
that's luck.
When my high-priced guys don't do anything. That's just bad luck. It's not bad picking, bad luck.
It is, well...
It's not luck. It's bad luck.
No,
it's the chicken and egg thing.
Well, bad luck is luck.
Neither of you are cashing, by the way.
Oh.
Who's winning?
Well, it's early.
Bad for the
I only got
kids.
2 guys on the course.
Doug is winning currently.
Let's go, Doug. Little comeback action here.
Okay.
What are you on, 3 this year?
Yeah, I don't know, Tim, you said 18 under. That's probably about right. But if you go by, this is what the pros go by. When the pros kind of figure out, what's going to be a winning score, what do I need to do maybe Friday to make the cut and then not get too far behind. The formula that most use is whatever's leading after day 1, you double that, and for some reason you add 3. So if 10 under was leading, then you're looking at 23 under being the winning score.
Okay.
And that usually comes pretty close. I don't know where they get the +3, but that's what they use. Jay taught me that.
Well, that's nice information to have.
It is.
Right
If you look at the opening round, you can kind of think, okay, well, who's too far back? Because it looks probably going to be 23 under to win.
And why is that valuable information?
For pros to know, okay, I got to go low today. I can't just.
But none of us are pros.
Are you doing the Cinco de Mayo song?
Yeah.
I kind of need something to do, too.
I'm just doing what PGA pros look at. If they're in the second round and they're 3 under par, okay, first I got to make the cut, but, 23 under is going to win this thing. I better go low today.
Okay. Aren't they always thinking they want to go low?
I went low at Riverside today.
Did you really?
I shot an 84.
Oh, I'm playing
me and KG had the over-under at 83, so...
Oh, wow.
Didn't hit it, but...
Jackson, what'd you shoot? 82 yesterday?
Yeah.
Right. So probably a 76 at Riverside, 75.
Is that the scale you move
it? Just because it's a par 70 and it's a smaller course. So, yeah I think Jackson would probably be in that 74, 75 range.
I'm a lot better on that bent grass, man.
Yeah, it takes me a while on that gateway. Sometimes I'm really bad with my iron game on that Doug bent grass.
I think where they're playing this was at TPC Highlands.
We're not talking about that right now. We're talking about Plowsy's game, Jackson's game, and bent grass.
I was done.
He
I
was
shot
talking
84, 3 pars in a row.
Plowsy brought up it's a short course.
And it is.
And
Riverside's like 5,800.
What is Riverside is?
I don't know if it's 5,800, but
it's very short.
Yeah, I think TPC Highlands is where they're playing. I think it's under 7,000 yards, which is unusual. I think it's like 6,800 yards, this course.
The only video and any camera work all day was Madison behind me.
saw that.
I did not know she went behind me, and that thing went 4.5 feet for a birdie.
It did.
Yeah, it's one of that Riverside to where it's like 236 to the hole, but it makes you lay up. I mean, there's water with a narrow green.
Yeah.
So you could probably drive it, but the landing zone is
Is that a
not
par 3
there.
or 4?
It's a 4. 236.
Oh, wow,
Yeah,
Doug,
but
it's gettable.
But I'm telling you, like, you can't really take driver because there's the cart path and, like, beyond it, so you would really have to stick that thing. So
Yeah,
I
it
went,
looks like you have to carry about 230.
yeah, I went 7-iron pitching wedge, Doug.
Nice.
just for
Did
the
you?
and it
Did you
was
really?
perfect.
Nice. And
Only
then you got
birdie
the
on the
bird?
card, yeah.
Nicely done.
Yeah, what a finish. Nice
why wouldn't
high
you let-
finish.
Right there, yeah, I thought it went good.
Why wouldn't you let Madison play with you? Why'd you make her play behind you?
We had, after a while, it was so open. She played 15, 16, 17, and 18, and she's really good.
You said she played behind. You said she played behind you.
No, she was behind me with the camera.
Oh,
She was
I
kinda
thought you meant she was behind you
kinda
playing.
she was there with a book. We just had one set of clubs.
She was
but-
reading a book?
Oh, she loved it. It was perfect weather yesterday. You were on the course. I mean, it was phenomenal.
Well, we walked it again. Jackson and KG and O-Town walked. Jackson, you enjoyed the walk.
Love the walk. I have a bone spur in my right foot,
Oh,
though.
Bill's bone spur.
Yeah, and it juts out. And after a lot of walking, it kind of starts to ache. But, it's all right.
Where is it on your foot?
3,978 calories yesterday by walking.
Yeah.
And if I don't do anything on a day, my usual burn is like 1,800. So that was probably about 2,100 calories, 2,200 calories from walking.
How long do
And carrying
calories
back.
stay in your system?
All the time.
But I mean, say you go a day you don't eat, you burn
Energy.
4,000 calories. Well, you didn't eat, so where the calories come from? That you're
The body
burning?
begins to burn fat.
Right.
Okay.
That's how it burns calories, will be from the fat stored, which is why if one is trying to lose weight, they need to operate on a caloric deficit, Doug.
Big
Caloric
thing.
deficit.
And
Is that
tracking
what you've been doing, Jackson?
Absolutely, yeah. And so you track that. And so, like, on a normal day, I burn anywhere from 2 to 2,200 calories just naturally.
Yeah.
So you want to stay under that. And then if you work out more, like if I do cardio at the gym, I probably burn 400 or 500. Then I can eat a little bit more because I've burned more.
Then you reward yourself.
Just a little bit, There's some nice low-calorie dessert options that you can get
What's
after.
your favorite low-calorie dessert option,
It's got
boy?
these little Greek yogurt fudge pops that taste just like ice cream, but they're 80 calories.
Bill.
Oh, yeah. I've had those.
And they actually have like 8 grams of protein in them. It's not the worst thing in the world to have. Kind of satiates my sugar appetite.
Don't say satiates.
I think it's actually the perfect word for it.
Yeah, when I noticed, probably like 2 years ago, I was starting to get a gut on me. So I started eating, but I have to have dessert. I can't finish a meal and not have some kind of dessert. So I started buying these skinny pops, and they were like, you could get ice cream sandwiches or almost like drumstick type things, but they're called skinny sticks, skinny pops. And they were disgusting.
You didn't like them.
I just said, hell, that I'll get a gut. I can't take this.
How big you plan on letting your gut get?
Just stopped eating better. I stopped eating better, or I started eating better. Just I couldn't stop the desserts, though. But instead of eating 5 pieces of KFC, I'd eat 2.
5 pieces of KFC.
I
Still eating Kentucky Fried Chicken?
every once in a while, probably twice a year, I just get a craving for Kentucky Fried Chicken. I'll go get a bucket.
Gosh, I don't think I've had that in 15
I know.
years.
I kind of enjoy it, though. I haven't had it in
it's
I don't know how
good.
long, but
There's no doubt it's good.
That's what I say. It's like twice a year, I'll say, I just want Kentucky Fried tonight, and I'll go get the 10-piece bucket, and that stuff's good cold. Kentucky Fried is good the next day.
Yeah.
Wow, made it an entire 5 minutes without talking about boots. Nice work, everyone. That's from Brian Henshin. Doug, let me satiate you with my yogurt fudge pop, Daddy. Papa, That's from the Afton Altar Boy.
Yeah, good comment.
KG in O-Town, who was on my bag yesterday. Oh, Doug, he sent in a picture here. Do you want me to text you this picture of my my swing?
No, I don't need that.
He said he had 14,000 steps yesterday during the round. Is that a lot of steps? I don't track steps. So
That's a lot of steps.
Is it?
Yeah.
10K is usually most people's goal every day.
Is that right?
Yeah, 8 to 10.
Mm-hmm. That's if you're really getting out there walking a lot. You can't get 10,000
How many
steps without
miles
walking.
is like 14,000 steps, you think?
Oh, it's maybe 3.
Yeah, 3 or 4. Yeah, if you don't, but yeah, if you just like sit down in an office all day and then go home and don't do anything, you'll walk like maybe 1,000 steps. It's crazy. So you gotta more than that, but you gotta be cognizant and like actually try to get to that number.
Doug, you got to try to get to 10,000 steps.
Yeah, well, I do.
Good.
I do.
Where's the KG post his Learn thing yet?
Learn 9:01 a.m.
Well, it's not me. He did an Instagram said yesterday with Learn, and I didn't see it. I was wondering when he's.
I saw a little.
He posted a little clip on the TMA
Which is
fan page
cute
on
as a button.
Facebook.
Well, I don't get that. So
It looked like a teaser.
It was a Doug. I think it was a teaser. Teasins and pleasins, they call it. It was good. She belched, and he called her classy, and she laughed uproariously. It's pretty good. I got to tell you, he told me what. Were you involved with this Plowhawk?
I was involved with it a few months ago. We never released the video. I'm going to do it again with him. And I was supposed to, but we had a sound story. So just him and learn.
Got it.
So it's a Instagram on belching?
No. It's a taste test. It's a blind taste test. Coke, Pepsi, Diet Coke, Diet Pepsi.
Oh, you used all the fizzy things back there that we have?
No, I think they use fizzy things.
Well, that's what you were drinking. I said, what happened to you? You have a Schnucks Fizzy or whatever it's called, and there's like 10 cases back there.
I think a fizz up.
Fizzle. I'm looking forward to seeing anything with Learn. I like watching.
Yeah, I could tell.
Nice.
I could tell.
Anybody wearing Holderness and Bourne, I like watching as well. That's at hbgolf.com. You get 15% off when you use the promo code TMA15. You want to look like a bad boy on the golf course? Holderness and Bourne is going to help you do that. Holderness and Bourne has absolutely nailed the fit because their approach is tailored, but not tight, even for those who wear a bigger size. That fit loosens as you get toward large, extra large, and on up while maintaining the sharp look you can pick out from across the driving range. H&B polos have a more polished look than other golf polos because the sleeves won't hang past your elbows and there's not a bunch of fabric crowded around the shoulders, so you can swing free and easy all summer long. Enjoy 15% off at hbgolf.com with the code TMA15 and check out their new spring styles and colors. Again, go to hbgolf.com and apply the code TMA15 for 15% off your next order and feel the difference in their premium golf apparel. Holderness and Bourne, classic style with modern fit and performance. It's Holderness and Bourne. Make sure you enter the promo code TMA15 to get 15% off your order at Holderness and Bourne. The website is hbgolf.com. Jackson and I, an hour from now, are going to head down the hallway and we'll have the Lil Piddles Friday 6-shooter. Is that right?
Yep.
And anything else that you want to tell the audience about? Because we'll be giving away 4 tickets to the Cardinals and Astros next Tuesday for the Bud Bash, for sending in the best text.
Best text or best deep dive request. I like that incentive. So
what do you want to? I'll go deep diving.
Yeah, it's Wide Berth Friday.
Yeah. So send that in. That's Balloon Party at 10 o'clock. Who's got a sound story today? Anybody? Doug, you had one?
No.
You had one yesterday, didn't you?
I did. Mm-hmm.
It was good. She was fun.
She was fun.
And I think the husband did it a couple months ago, which we're seeing more of a trend now.
Yeah, that the spouse comes in after the...
Correct. Which I like it because now they're a little bit more comfortable. They kind of know somebody that's done it.
Yeah. So many of them say that when they walk in, they say they're nervous. Because I guess they think we expect them just to give an hour-long talk about their lives, but that's not the case at all. We ask questions about, where they were born, what their childhood was like, what their parents were like.
Standard conversation.
Yeah, what they did for early jobs in their life. The kind of stuff that their kids and grandkids would want to hear somewhere down the road.
Absolutely.
Was yesterday the lady who yelled at Tim about drinking and banging?
No, I don't believe so.
What was her name?
How would that have come up? How would that have come up?
What was her name?
You think Babs is coming in and going?
Well, I don't know that they want
That
their
was
names.
20 years ago. I can't remember what her name was. Betty.
I thought I heard the lady's name you're saying. I thought it sounded familiar.
No.
Well, I mean, we didn't know her last name back then. I would be surprised if Betty were still with us. Yeah. Betty, Doug, not a fan of mine.
She yelled at you where?
On the morning grind, probably like 2004, 2005.
Oh, well, I got yelled at by Miss Butler.
That's right. Your voicemail.
She seemed more nice, though. Just keep it to yourself and your homeboys. But Betty was.
She was.
Get in the corner and drink and bang.
Oh.
Do we have that?
It was funny as hell.
Oh, it was wonderful.
You let her have it too, Tim.
I should have been terminated like 30 different times. That's what I would tell you about that. That's not an era I'm proud of. You can email in the morning after at InsideSTL.com, and you can text in 314-881-TMA5. That's the EDF group text inbox. This is the Ryan Kelly Morning After from the Michelob Ultra Studios.
Hello, it's Jackson for Rosalita's. TMA listeners know that Rosalita's Cantina has the best patio and the best Tex-Mex in town. From tableside guac to piled high nachos, the amazing menu at Rosalita's is full of classic Mexican dishes. Plus, it's always time for a margarita, and Rosalita's has the most delicious house and specialty margs in town. Enjoy happy hour specials Monday through Friday from 3 to 6, and let Rosalita's cater your next event. Check out rosalitascantina.com or visit the downtown or DePere location today. Time to get your fiesta on at Rosalita's.
Hey, this is Tim McKernan, and I am here with a great TMA sponsor, and that is Longo Biggs Injury Law Firm. And you may hear a bunch of out-of-state law firms advertising here and there all over on billboards and so on and so forth. But the thing is, oftentimes their goal is to just settle and move on, and that's not what you guys do.
Yeah, this is CD Longo, and you hear us talking a lot about maximizing the value of cases, but what does that actually mean? Well, as Tim said, there's lots of personal injury lawyers in St. Louis, and everyone handles cases differently. We focus on getting the highest dollar amount for your injuries, not just getting a resolution quickly. We're constantly tracking all the settlements and verdicts in the area. This helps us advise our clients on whether a settlement offer is too low. And if the amount of compensation being offered is too low, we are happy to file lawsuits and proceed to trial to ensure our clients receive an amount that is fair. Visit our website or Google us at Longo Biggs Injury Law.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisement.
When we think of a real estate agent, we think of somebody simply selling our home or finding us a new one. I mean, they're all the same, right?
Okay, here's the comps. We'll take some pics, we'll post them, and I'll get back to you, okay?
A home is life-changing, and your real estate agent should reflect that. Honesty, integrity, and someone who will go above and beyond to make your dreams come true.
The Jeff Lotman Group with Compass Realty. We're different because you're different. We want what you want. Experience the difference today at jefflotman.com, bringing people and properties together.
Urban Dictionary defines thirsty as purposely, knowingly, and recklessly attempting to gain fame to boost self-esteem. So, are you thirsty? Well, TMA has you covered. Become a part of the 2023 TMA Listener of the Month Club. You nominate yourself for a monthly award. And if you win, you get recognition and stuff to help you satisfy that insatiable thirst. We're talking January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, etc. Go to TMASTL.com or the TMA app. Give us your name, a photo, and other pertinent information. Tell us why you deserve to be TMA Listener of the Month. And if you don't want to use your real name or photo, we don't really care. The TMA Listener of the Month. Get recognized just for being you or fake you or whatever. Quenched by Milagro Tequila. Welcome to the brighter side of tequila with Milagro in the morning after on KPNT HD2.
Okay. Hot takes.
Yeah.
Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini.
And now the Pepperoncini Show with Darren Atkins and Ken Strode. All right, take it, fellas.
There it is. That's the open.
Pepperoncini.
Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini.
We don't know what it is. We don't understand the name. We just know it's stupid. And it's available every weekday, featuring Iggy and the Plowboy. Apparently it's some kind of a podcast or something. Available at TMASTL.com and on the TMASTL mobile app. Whatever.
James, I love getting emails from listeners who support the sponsors of TMA and the Balloon Party, and they have great experiences with clients. And I got one last week from a client of yours who switched, and you immediately saved him $1,000. And
if you're hearing this and you have any drivers in your home that are under 25, we'd love an opportunity to see just how much we can save you.
Carlton State Farm Insurance Agency, 314-961-4800, or go online at carltoninsurance.net. Hey, this is Tim McKernan, and I am here with Ryan Kelly. And Ryan, this is a unique time right now. Times are tight for everybody, but that is where you can help people out.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, we talk to homeowners every single day at the office, and I'm no different. You know, things just cost a lot of money. And I remember you and I talking about 2 years ago when Christmas trees, of all things, I remember the conversation. They're like $250 to the Christmas lot, and people were talking supply chain issues or this or that. And I was just like, holy cow, how do you afford a $250 Christmas tree? And now you just think about everything, $4 for some milk and this. And the sad part is our income just isn't, they're not keeping up with it. You know, and you hear these numbers like going up 7%. And this, but did your income go up to keep up with it? And the unfortunate truth is so many people have not kept up with that. So it falls on the credit cards. And in America right now, we just topped $940 billion in credit card debt. And that's great if you're a greedy credit card company, but if you're a homeowner, it makes paying the bills tough. We can help you get back on track. Learn more about a cash out refinance today at thehomeloanexpert.com.
Oh, hey, this is Tom from Salt and Smoke, and oh hey, barbecue. Look, I'll shoot you straight. Times are tough. Our daubers are down. Could you maybe help a guy out and buy a sandwich? Or maybe throw a party for your neighbors and let us cater it? Really, we'll take whatever we can get. Please, Salt and Smoke.
Men Are you suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE? The medical providers at Paramount Men's Medical Center offer breakthrough treatments that eliminate problems in the bedroom without pain or surgery. 98% of men see instant results on their first office visit. Listen to a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Paramount Men's Medical Center offers breakthrough medical treatments that eliminate ED and PE. Men are even lasting 90 minutes or longer, regardless of age or medical history.
But that's not all. For a limited time only, call Paramount Men's Medical Center now and your initial consultation and first treatment are completely free. You'll see instant results right in the office. You'll even get a gift that enhances your performance in the bedroom. All this, worth hundreds of dollars, is free if you call now. 314-720-8210. 314-720-8210. That's 314-720-8210.
The Tim McKernan Show podcast, featuring long-form interviews with people from the world of sports, politics, and entertainment.
And our guest today, Bill McClellan. Thanks so much for coming in.
Hey, my pleasure, Tim.
What's up, Caden?
Hi, how are you?
Joe Buck, our guest today.
Man, it's like I haven't seen you in years.
More than 500 episodes and counting, and it's available wherever you get your podcasts, including the TMA STL app. Get the app now at tmastl.com. Live from the Michelob Ultra Studios, KPNT FM HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis. This is TMA All Day. Tim, Doug, Iggy, Plowsy, Action Jackson.
The Ryan Kelly Morning After, 105.7 HD2.
Working for the weekend. Do it. It's Ryan Kelly Morning After 9 o'clock hour. Doug, weekend is here.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we're all going to be bad little boy sluts this weekend.
Are you really going to go slutting around?
I'm picking up like $80, $90 worth of alcohol after this. We're going to have a fun little weekend here, so I may get rowdy. Holes may be tightening or loosening.
Now, will you pitch the tent, or you leave that for your gal pal?
It'll take about 5 minutes. We're tent pros. We've had that tent for a while. So that's not the issue. Find flat ground, Doug.
That's the key? Flat ground close to the river?
Key.
Is that right, really?
Oh, yeah.
Look at you.
Yeah.
It would be hard to pitch a tent on uneven ground.
So have you had an earth straw? Do you know what those are?
No.
Oh, it's like a felching straw.
Yeah, well, I don't know what that is, so I don't want to say guaranteed.
Don't ask.
It's the same thing.
But you can stick like this straw. It's a big, thick straw, probably this big, I would say. Girthy.
About a foot.
Yeah, and it filters any kind of water that you have. Like if you're in a river, obviously
you just drink the river water?
Suck it up, and it
sip
filters.
right out of the
It has
river?
like a 4 or 5 filter process in the straw, so you could take your dirty river water. You can't obviously do it with salt water and ocean water because it just does not happen. You can do it for rivers, lakes. You can boil the water, but this is just
drink right
if you're
out
out
of the
there,
river.
you can drink right out of the river.
People pooping in there and everything?
Oh, Bill's fecal matter.
You definitely don't want to think about that when going face diving into a river right at the edge of the bank. But
Well, the poop just makes parasites, and that's what's parasitic.
Nice.
Things are in the water. So if you have, like iodine, you usually kill it too. But Policy's right about these straws.
It's amazing.
I've seen it on Dual Survival.
that was when they first got big, was when they were doing the survival shows.
Where do you get these straws?
Anywhere. You
Bass
can get them
Pro
at
sounds
Bass
like-
Pro, you can get them at Camping World, you can do, REI.
It must be expensive. That's a pretty handy
Costco.
little...
No, they're $25, $30.
Really?
They're the best tool ever to camp.
And you can drink out of any water other
We
than
take
salt.
water, but like in a pinch, it's fantastic. It's great, yeah. But I like going to the Black Rivers. You see turtles and snakes. The Huzaw, you're going to see just a bunch of walruses laying on a beach.
Is that right?
Sunbathing walruses.
There's got to be turtles.
Oh,
and
they
stuff.
go
walruses, Doug.
They go away on the weekends when those Hoosiers roll up.
That's what it is.
Oh, there's no animals in
We
sight.
used to go there once a year. There was a guy I went to high school with, Suntrup, and he would have a pig roast every year at the Huzaw. They bring 2 big-ass pigs.
That sounds good.
And put them on a spigot and just turn it around, and we'd have 2 big pigs at the Huzaw.
They put an apple in the pig's mouth.
Okay, thank you,
an
Doug.
apple, yeah.
Is that strictly for aesthetics, or is there some sort of flavoring palette
Nice
that I
question.
don't know what
Nice
it does?
question.
Because is it worth actually, once you get it on the spigot and tied down, is it worth bringing a whole package of apples just to put one in a pig's mouth?
Somebody told me, and it could be wrong, I don't know, I didn't check it. But somebody told me they put the apple in there before they kill it, and then the pig is eating an apple, it's happy, then you kill it. If you kill any animal that's stressed while you're killing it, it sees a knife or something, it starts getting stressed out, it affects the meat.
Iggy is 1,000,000% correct on this.
So they put an apple in it before you kill it, and it's, oh, I got a nice apple, and you're dead. But you're not stressed out, so the meat is tender.
He is very much so correct. Now, I don't know about the apple.
How would it change the meat if it's just 1 second of being
Jackson, it does. It tenses up, so it's more tough, doesn't last as long. It is a real thing. That I can confirm. Iggy is very accurate.
Yeah, maybe we'll do a segment here. You learn something every day from Iggy.
Right.
I'll give you a little tidbit every day.
There and nothing, and I mean nothing, can filter out the jack-in-the-box spotted brown eels deposited in the Huzzah by the rural fats on their luxury family vacation. Doug, that's from Carlos Spicy.
What you're really doing is getting the mental thing at it, like it's not going to taste like copper, it's going to taste like water. How much it filters, I don't know.
It seems like it would be an absolute last resort. Like you're going to die if you don't drink out of this river.
That's what I'm saying. Like we bring water. Like this is put it in your. I mean, it's small. You put it in your backpack, and if S goes down and your canoe flips and all your, your perishable items and water float down the river, you still have your straw. It's a worst case scenario. It's not. Oh, I don't need the bottled water. I have this straw that I'm going to dunk my face into this river.
Oh.
Not typically what you want to use.
No.
But a great tool to have.
You should always have it, Doug, when you're out and about.
Absolutely. That and a pocket
If you
knife.
get stranded.
2 things.
I think you can go 3 weeks without food. You can only go 3 days without water. So if say you get stranded somewhere and you have that thing in your car, well, we can drink this lake water because I have this filter straw.
Are these more of these scientific facts you're going to lay on us every day now?
Iggy disagreeing with me. Pepper and Jeannie reunited.
No, actually, I'm a big fan of Joe Tedeye and.
Joe Tedeye. Who
the hell wants to be Joe Tedeye?
That cannot be his.
Joe
That
Tedeye.
can't be the last name.
Yeah, Joe Tedeye.
Who is it?
He was on Dual Survivors. I think it's Dual Survival. I always call it Survivors.
Oh yeah. I got you. It.
And I learned a lot. I learned how to
like-
make a God. What's it called? When you take sticks and you make a shelter.
Building a house?
Yeah,
no,
I
there's
think
a
so.
name. There's a name for it.
A hut?
No.
You know what I learned on Castaway is using like the big long tree, like you cut tree bark and use that inner tree bark as like your rope,
like your cordage.
Yeah, that actually works well too because it's water. Because obviously trees are
You can
filled
tie
with
the
water.
sticks together.
Tie the sticks together with that sort of equipment.
You got all this from Joe Tedeye.
It's called a lean-to. a lean-to.
Who is this Tedeye?
I'm going
Why
to save
is he
you guys. Whenever the sales team does create this TMA float trip, because it will eventually happen, I will
Doug
take.
and I aren't available that
I
weekend.
will take the hit. I will be lead on this. I will do
You'll be
it
there
all.
by yourself, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. But I think that'll be a rowdy good time.
Pigs are big, dumb animals. You butcher 10 pigs. The last couple might be a little wary of the guy with the gun, but I promise you pigs don't get stressed. That's from Scott's Wrinkled Ballsack.
I don't think they're dumb. I've always heard they're smart.
You ever hear a pink oink when you're trying to grab it and kill it?
I've never done that.
They go crazy.
See, we used to oil pigs up at fairs, and it would be like a contest.
Are these the animals or your girlfriends?
Oh, you just got,
well, Doug, the pigs were more expensive.
you just got canceled, buddy.
No, you didn't. That was great. And it would be different age brackets, and it'd be a fun little kid thing. So there'd be a huge pen. Parents are surrounding it. There's like money. Part of the raffle goes to that, so the kids win a few $100, and you get to keep the pig.
Right.
But yeah, they are crazy when they know their strength.
But they're
did it
really
on-
smart, aren't they?
They did it on
they're
Family Guy.
smart.
Family Guy. I think they got the greased-up deaf guy.
Yeah.
And you have to catch him.
And it's the same process. It's really hard to catch a greased up pig.
Now, Arnold Ziffel was quite intelligent. On Green Acres, the pig that they had as a pet on Green Acres.
I don't know if I knew that.
Arnold Ziffel was his name, the
What
pig.
was his owner's name? Fred? Fred
Played by
Ziffel?
Eddie Albert. I don't know.
Fred
But it was a
Ziffel.
very smart pig. I've always been led to believe pigs are intelligent.
Arnold Ziffel,
like a
pig.
dog, intelligent.
And they're cute as a button.
Yeah.
They're
It's
absolutely cute as a
unfortunate.
button.
It's unfortunate that they taste so good.
They're so good.
You
Like
know.
pork is the best.
Mhm.
I just can't stress enough how much I love pork.
The Springhaven board member is active, sending in pictures of his wife in Key West, which is always nice, Doug, when the listeners send in their wives.
Right, they should.
And he says, boys, the text the good Mrs. Doctor sent doesn't mean no play. She just wants to make sure they know the boundaries. The doctor's wife is still in play. Thanks, Swing Haven board member.
Oh, well, if
This goes back to caller Buzz and his trip up I-55 to Chicago for the Morgan Wallen concert, and what seems to be a live situation in which the Finger Queen is looking to engage in sapphic play.
Yeah, it seemed that way.
And perhaps the doctor is looking to enter Buzz.
Because he sent him a topless picture.
Yeah.
Unsolicited.
The menstrual thing is like, oh, we're now going to take dominance and we're going to control this whole thing. That's what
that was about.
Yeah. We're going to take it at our speed.
Scott's wrinkled ballsack literally grew up on a hog farm. Words of wisdom he's spitting. That's from Hammer and Hank.
Hank Aaron?
Could be.
Who grew up on a pig farm?
Scott's wrinkled ballsack.
And he doesn't think the meeking gets tough when it's stressed out?
No, I think his take was that pigs are dumb.
Oh, well, most animals are.
Well, dogs aren't dumb.
I said most. I didn't say all.
Yeah. But I've had always heard that pigs were...
Excitement or fighting prior to slaughter produces lactic acid breakdown of your glycosin. This results in the meat having lower pH, lighter color, reduced water, binding capacity, and possibly tougher meat.
Plowsy, come on up this winter when we butcher and you can be part of the process. That's from Scott's wrinkled ballsack.
I've seen it, done it, been a part of it.
Is that right? You've done some butchering?
I've seen it and done it all. And we in high school, we would have to take an ag class. It was mandatory to take an ag class. Typically, you took it your freshman year, and you're watching slaughter videos.
Oh,
That's the first thing. You're touring slaughterhouses
You were
as
being groomed.
it was a huge thing. I mean, farming is a huge thing in the community, so it was normal there. It was still grotesque for a lot of people, but it's more normal to show and teach that in a rural community as opposed to St. Louis City, SLU High, and probably not showing slaughter videos.
No.
Because those people have, careers that they're going to have.
Right.
How
do they kill the pigs?
Well, they do the bolt gun now. And I don't want to get into it, but that's just all you need to know.
Okay. Well, that's quick.
Meat is meat, and it's fantastic, and it's just how you got to get it. So, it sucks, but...
Everything eats everything.
Think about
Everything eats everything.
You know what birds eat unless I throw bread out for them?
What?
They mainly eat ants.
I'm telling you, though,
And
if
you
you
know
don't...
what ants eat?
What?
When birds die, they eat the bird. So they pretty much eat each other.
And
Sort
the
of,
hunting...
This is yet another fact, another day-to-day scientific
And the
fact.
hunting aspect is
hundreds of 'em.
crucial for... I mean, if you don't hunt white-tailed deer, they're pretty much going to take over the world in about 25 or 30 years. Oh, they'd be in your yard. They'd be in the streets. They'd be everywhere. So you got to... It's not cruel. It's just kind of animal population control, I guess would be the thing.
I guess.
I had a girl, I'm not going to give a name because she used to be a TV person.
Oh, no.
I used to follow her on Instagram. And she used to put corn out to feed deer in her backyard. They would come from the woods and they would come to her backyard to eat deer or eat the corn. And I just responded one day. I said, it's cute to watch because deer are cute animals.
Oh, yeah.
People think it's cool, but you really shouldn't feed the deer corn because if you stop feeding it, they're going to look for that and then they won't know what to eat. So you really shouldn't feed the deer corn. She told me to F off and then block me.
Block him, she said.
I was just giving her some advice. F off and block me.
Well.
I said, no wonder you're not on TV anymore. That personality.
I saw there was a story where a first-time home buyer found 30 snakes in their wall. Would you ever buy a house after that?
Yeah, I'd live in the wild now, where there are no snakes.
I live in the wild. At least maybe not 30 around you.
Found 30 in the wall.
Yeah.
What do they hear slithering going on?
I don't know what.
One?
I don't know what. I think they found one, and just did your normal first-time home buyer thing where you get everything checked out. And I do
Move
believe
out,
they
wouldn't
found
you?
out.
You'd say, that's it, I'm out of here.
Oh, you wouldn't. You would burn. I would personally burn the house.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then move. But that's wild. And then in Arizona, we have people out there that's scorpions are their version of mice. You know,
they're all
how
over the
sometimes
place.
there's a kind of a mice infestation in a lot of city
I'd
houses.
still
here in
rather
St.
deal
Louis.
with a scorpion than a snake. I could at least keep my wits about me and get something to smash it. With a snake, I'd be paralyzed in fear.
I don't like things that can move super quick, side to side, front, back. I do not like.
Yeah, the whole
creepy
slithering
growth.
thing really makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah, but I mean, you could handle easily a scorpion. I'd
be scared.
That's just a squish it, and it's done. You just got to see it. It's the ones you don't see that sting you.
Scorpion's a little big for squish.
Yeah, I don't know if you want the squish
if they get in your
factor
shoe or somehow in your bed or something, in furniture, and you sit on them, that's how you. It's kind of like spiders. That's usually how you get stung.
Yeah, but you can see a snake.
Maybe. Oh, they're sneaky, lousy. They might be under leaves or by the firewood or in your yard or something. You're not expecting it.
I played with a fantastic random yesterday at Riverside. Great old guy, about 50, maybe 60, 65 years old. And he talked about he grew up in Texas, and he was talking about the golf courses out there, how they're dog tracks.
Yeah.
But he also said, like, some of them had to close down for months on end because of absolute rattlesnake, timber snake. I'm thinking, is it even worth trying to go find your ball in areas like that? Like,
no.
God, it sounds miserable.
There's courses in Arizona where they tell you not to.
You'd have
where
to
there's
put
signs that say if you hit it off the fairway, don't.
Said you
call
put
it.
your club in like a little brush and you'd hear the rattle.
Yeah,
It's
to,
like, dude,
to try to
screw
find
that.
a $1.50 golf ball. Where if it bit you, your life could be in jeopardy.
You're hours away from done.
It could be.
If your clubhouse has to have an anti-venom, I'm never playing that country club.
Why can't we get rid of these serpents? Why isn't there an all-out effort to get rid of the ones that try to hurt us? I mean, we're mad at deer for wandering into our yard and eating corn, and yet we're okay with snakes that want to kill us?
I'm not mad. It's not good for the deer. That's all I said. I don't know if we talked about it yet, but sad news, the submarine yesterday. Wasn't that awful?
You hate to hear the sad ending, because I was really hoping for a last-second like recovery, like a really cool storybook style movie moment.
I saw all kinds of memes making fun of it.
I don't get it.
Looking for a lap. I mean, these people just died.
I don't know what
People
the
were
entertainment
killed. I mean, it wasn't even official, and people were making fun of it.
Yeah, stupid.
That's cold.
Doesn't it sound like it happened like right when they got to the bottom? Like an hour and 45 minutes in it happened, so they went like those 2 days with really searching and thought they heard something when there's really nothing.
In terms of like scenarios, that's probably the one you would hope happened though. Death in millisecond. Obviously worst case scenarios are going to happen, but like I think the slowly losing oxygen may sound like being buried alive moment. Like that is terrifying.
Could be. Yeah.
So.
Yeah,
And the whole story is
imploded.
terrible.
I'm sure it ended just almost instantly.
Less than a second, they say.
Really?
0.4% of a second. How about that?
Isn't that
You wouldn't
wild?
even know it. You wouldn't even know what happened.
No, the pressure. You're done. But this at least the bright side of it, this has to end these privatized explorations of like underwater things. Am I correct on that? We're done with the whole.
Certainly more safety will have to be involved.
Maybe by supply and demand. I don't know how you're going to get anybody to go back down there and do it.
It's like the cruise ship malfunctions. It's like how are you going to get people back on cruise ships? This
Yeah.
is kind of a.
Well, they got over that.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying this is a more niche market too.
But
so.
with this, how are you going to convince people? No, really, this one's safe. We got an upgraded video game controller to drive this one.
I mean, I think it would be cool to see the Titanic, but when I saw, there was a guy, God, I don't know how many years ago it was, that he went down. He was an ABC scientific reporter, and they asked him to go down and film it for Good Morning America.
Yeah.
And he was showing the video. This is the one that got caught in the propeller for like an hour. And he said, I didn't think we were coming out. And the guy driving it, the pilot was so calm, he was just saying nothing. And then finally it got off the propeller and started going up. But he's showing video. This thing is only 8 feet wide and 9 feet long with 5 people. You can't stand up. Yeah. This guy's looking out. He goes, oh, look, there's a propeller. And he's laying on his side looking out this little peephole. I mean, God, for 10 hours doing that?
Can it really be that cool to see a shipwreck?
Well, I think it's iconic.
Well,
But
I
couldn't do it with those quarters, those cramped quarters, 5 people in that little bitty thing, and you're laying down and scrunched down to look out a little peephole. It's not like they got big windows in there.
No, I
See, I'm with the dude that that's a famous shipwrecker in Bermuda because it's beautiful waters. You can see it. There's no. To me, a shipwreck at that depth, what you have to do to be able to see it doesn't seem like it's worth it. Like the cool little shipwrecks there off the islands, you kind of have reefs growing around it with turtles.
Only maybe a couple hundred feet down because they hit a rock or
Correct.
something.
Much rather explore that, even though there's nothing in it, than 13,000 feet, complete pitch black, pressure that'll kill you in a millisecond. That's terrifying. Not doing that.
No, well, you don't have to. And save $250,000.
The New York Post this morning, Doug, has screenshots shared by a gentleman who, Stockton Ray, who was the head of Ocean Gate, was trying to sell him on going on a trip to see the Titanic. He's the Ocean Gate CEO, and Stockton Rush, I apologize.
He was
Rush.
driving it, right? He was the one driving it.
That's correct. And said, I am meeting this afternoon with a couple interested in Mission 2. Any progress on joining us this year and likely dates? And the gentleman, who is a Las Vegas real estate mogul, said, my son's friend researched what could go wrong and put a little scare in him. I'm trying to talk him down. He's excited to go, but concerned about the danger. And then the Ocean Gate CEO responded by saying, I'm happy to have a video call with him, curious what the uninformed would say the danger is and whether it's real or imagined. And the gentleman said he researched the marine life at that depth and perceived threats to the vessel. A sperm whale attacks the sub, or a giant squid grabs it and compromises the hull. Really stupid stuff. Then the CEO responded, yeah, very stupid. The pressure is over 100 million pounds. No sperm whale or squid is ever going to be able to mess with the sub. While there's obviously risk, it's way safer than flying in a helicopter or even scuba diving. There hasn't been even an injury in 35 years in a non-military sub. I'll send an email with what happened when a swordfish attacked Alvin. So that was a screenshot that is in the New York Post this morning of him trying to sell this gentleman on it.
Well, you never know what might happen mechanically. Just, things break down all the time. All kinds of vehicles and vessels and spaceships. No one saw the Challenger accident coming. There hadn't been an accident like that in decades, and yet stuff happens. And when it happens down there, you have no chance to survive it.
It's amazing that in 4 days, what was it, 4 days total? They were 90...
They were looking for 4 days.
I mean, it was a worldwide phenomenon.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
Now, the sad thing is that because it's 13,000 feet, just like the Titanic, their parents can't, their loved ones can't bury them, can't bring it back up. I mean,
you're not even sure where it's at. Yeah,
well, it's 13. That's right next to it. 1,600 feet from the propeller is where it happened. So, I mean, you can't bring those people back up. Even if there was human remains there, you couldn't bring it back up.
No. Yeah, very sad. Yeah, I'm sure that'll put an end to that industry.
The brawler types were out yesterday on the pin wishing the sub had 1,000 billionaires on it. Because a billionaire's wealth is directly related to them being abject failures in life. Eat the rich, eat my ass.
Oh,
like, what did I just read?
I don't know.
Some Greg Oden stovepipe.
Well, I thought that's what you were talking about, Doug. That's what I was referring to. Like,
I saw
were
many
literally
memes there, with people laughing about it and how funny. And it's a shame this guy wasn't on it. Or he just died.
It's like whatever you feel like. It's wild to say on Twitter's crazy. Like, people don't even care what they put on there anymore.
I know.
But yes, that was there quite often. And then talking about how they were woke, so they didn't hire the right colored people. It's just all just awful.
Yeah, it was sad. I didn't see the press conference, but I saw a release on CNN on my Twitter feed. And the guy talking about what they thought happened.
Well, I'm glad Ryan Kelly didn't have anything to do with that, because what he wants to do is make sure that the home buying process goes smoothly for you. If you're looking for a mortgage, if you're thinking of buying a home this year, the process not as complicated as you think with the Home Loan Expert. They make the pre-approval process easy. Get pre-approved today, the day you call in, and they'll also provide a lower rate with a 10-day closing guarantee. Their customer-first approach to mortgages is what separates them from the competition. They will walk you through all your options and provide expert guidance at every step, ensuring that your loan closes as quickly and smoothly as possible. Or if you're looking to refinance, Ryan Kelly's the perfect guy to go to. With inflation here, people are taking on more debt than ever. If you're a homeowner, leverage that equity. Put the equity in your home to work for you with a simple cash-out refi. Maybe pay off those insane credit card debts. The rates are now over 24%. You don't need that. Ryan Kelly can put you on the path to better financial situations if you can refinance, and if you're a homeowner, you can. That money's sitting there. It's yours. You might as well use it to pay off that credit card debt. That's the home loan expert, Ryan Kelly. Thank you, Ryan Kelly. Thank you, Sir Mortgage.
There it is. And Glenn Betts Jewelers, in business in St. Louis since 1941, operated by the third and fourth generation of the Betts family. The Glenn Betts difference is you are served personally, you're not sold. Glenn Betts Jewelers develops relationships through generations of your family, too. They get to know your likes, your lifestyle, and who and what you love. The 3 L's. GlennBettsJewelers.com. Located 1 mile east of 270 on Manchester in De Pere. In the jewelry business, there is good, there is better, and then there is Betts. The Betts family passion for serving their customers has been passed down from generation to generation. It's Glenn Betts Jewelers online at GlennBettsJewelers.com. And while you're there, probably think about it. He's got a leg up on the competition. Doug, do you say Denzel Saggers?
Washington.
Saggers.
Oh.
Big Saggers?
Was tired of being rejected by women because of his height, prompting him to undergo leg lengthening surgery. For just over $81,000, the Bachelor ditched his short king status, and now he's towering at near 6 feet tall. And he feels like a, quote, new man.
Oh, how tall was he before?
I don't know. I haven't said that. I feel like that's an important fun fact. Let's see where he is. It's not said in the article.
Paid $81,000. How much would you have to grow before it'd be worth $81,000 to you?
I'm trying to see. It doesn't say where he gained 5 inches, I guess.
Oh. So he was 5'7".
Yeah.
And now he's 6 foot.
Right. All my life, I struggled with viewing myself as a small person, and no matter what I did to change it, I always felt the same, he told the Post in an email. Limb lengthening gave me the opportunity to change my life and the way I perceive life as a whole. As a teen, he was rejected by his crush because he was, quote, too short and too young for her. I held on to that and would always consider my height before approaching women, which would often cause me to miss out on opportunities. Saggers, who described his younger self as timid and reserved, once feared being judged and even refused to join school sports teams due to his small stature. For years, Saggers researched how to add some height to his frame, but to no avail until he stumbled upon a procedure that would later change his life. Limb lengthening surgery seemed like a viable option, and he booked his appointment immediately. I had no particular inspiration, but I just knew I wanted to recreate my body and my mind. And what better way than by increasing my height and getting in great shape? So Doug, he's now 6 feet tall, and here is a picture of him before the surgery, standing next to this cute gentleman with a nice little goatee.
Yeah.
And now after the surgery, and now he's looking down on that gentleman. Fun to see.
Well, wouldn't it change the proportion of your body if your legs were abnormally long? Wouldn't your arms then be out of proportion and would it look like you had legs that were too tall for your trunk?
But then you'd be a leggy blonde.
Right.
Well,
Try to show off those gams.
I guess. And where do you go to pay for this? Is it
leg lengthenings?
Leg lengthening surgery?
He underwent 6 surgeries. It involved cutting the bone in half, inserting a rod, and attaching external fixators that, when turned, lengthen the bone over 90 days. At the end of the 90 days, when you reach your desired height, which is a maximum of 4 inches on the upper leg and 3 inches on the lower leg, the external fixator is removed and the internal rod is left in place. Doug, that's a potential 7 inches.
Yeah.
When the new bone is finally grown in, the rod is removed, but that could take up to a year. His recovery has been very smooth with the introduction of physiotherapy to learn how to walk again, which he has now done twice.
Well,
and there's a guy taking him from behind.
Oh, that's what it came to? That's physical therapy is what that is.
It sounds
doesn't make sense to me. I mean, to each their own, but
Yeah, whatever people need to do to feel better about themselves, power to you.
I mean, I get Botox and, you know, if you got wrinkles or crow's feet, you want to do something about that. But to go through two different times, you have to get physical therapy and 6 surgeries and to get 5 inches on you. Look, I can look down on you now.
Well, if it meant that
I mean,
much
if you can't get a broad at 5'5", then you're going the wrong places.
Doug, it sounds like we're at the chairman of the board's place in Hoboken.
It really is. Can't get
Come
a
on, you can't
broad.
get a broad at 5'5". Just find a smaller girl.
Well, it was obviously messing with his head.
I
He
dated
had
some
an
girls that
option.
were 5'1", 5 foot.
But this guy didn't. He just didn't want to be 5'7". I mean, for the rest of us, don't care. Nobody cares if you're short or if you're tall, except that person. And if it bothers him and there's something he could do about it, Power to you.
Must have some cash if he can throw around 80K real quick. He looks like a younger guy, too.
Yeah, 2 surgeries, and you got to go buy all new clothes.
Put it on your credit card. Then
To do that just to have a 4-inch penis, too. Like, that's the whole risk of it.
Yeah, he went back to that girl, and she goes, well, really isn't your height. It says you got a micro-ween.
He has a micro-ween. That wasn't in this
article. Why don't you something about that? It wasn't the...
Take some skin off the back of your leg and make a penis.
I said you're not big enough. I was talking about your
skin graft.
I wonder if there'll be people who want to be basketball players say, gee, I
Oh,
sure
nice.
could use another 6 inches of
like,
height.
Like, those people are getting drafted. Those are probably the frailest.
Yeah, I don't know how
they're-
good the strength is going to be.
Yeah, maybe you'll be able to walk, but no way you'll be able to go side-to-side movements.
Wemby should take another 5 inches and become almost 8 feet tall.
Well, if you could just put him down in the paint, it'd be one
Be tough.
perpendicular with the hoop.
At one time, Tim goes on a 1-year vacation, comes back, he's 6'3".
Can you imagine? I'll just hang out at Napoli. That's where I'll do the show from.
Yeah.
Can you imagine being that guy that
Be all
refuses?
legs, though.
You refuse to admit that you had any surgery done. You just walk in 4 inches taller and just act like it was all you. Yeah, I just
It
want.
would look like you're walking on stilts.
I feel like there's an actress, Jackson, or maybe a singer, who it's very obvious has had work done, but just is insistent that she's not. Is anybody aware of who I'm talking about?
What kind of work?
Facial.
Meg Ryan?
No, she can't deny it.
Madonna?
J-Law? Jennifer Lawrence?
Madonna looks like a completely different
Oh,
person. Have you
who am
seen
I
those
thinking
pictures back to back with Roseanne where it said, who would have thought at one point Roseanne would be more attractive than Madonna? It's
Renee
happened.
Zellweger, Tori Spelling,
Marla Thomas doesn't look like her old self.
Bella
She's had
Hadid, Ariana Grande.
Wasn't it Meg Ryan had so much stuff done you didn't even know it was her?
Oh, Kendall Jenner went the one that said she had nothing done. And she looks like a completely different human being from 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Well, she's grown up.
I think she's with Bad Bunny now.
Chrissy
Bad-
Teigen,
Like,
she was Bad Bunny?
I
Katy
don't know
Perry,
who's with
Kim
Bad Bunny.
Kardashian,
She used to be with
J-Lo,
D-Book.
Megan Fox. Those are the celebrities who have refused that they've gotten plastic surgery. Jennifer Aniston.
God, who is it?
Emily Ratajkowski.
Well, if she's had work done, Jennifer Aniston, she's got a great surgeon because...
Oh, I think she's up front about it.
Yeah, but
she's
you
just
can't- you
but
can't
it's
tell.
it's done so well. That's the thing.
Yeah, you gotta. I don't know. You all got the same kind of money. You know, I'm sure that Meg Ryan doesn't have less money than Jennifer Lawrence. Maybe she does, but you're all living in the same place. How can one look so good it doesn't look like she had anything done? The other one look like she's from
different doctors, different-
Madame Clouseau's House of Wax.
Different facial structures, I'm sure, handle it differently. And
Jennifer Lawrence is on a press tour for her new movie, and she looks outstanding.
Well,
But she does look a little different, I would say.
she's not even 30 yet, is she?
Oh, she's over 30, yeah. The Hunger Games
If she
movies
is,
came
barely.
out. Like, Jennifer Lawrence.
I'd say
gonna
34.
I'm going to say 34 as well. 32.
Bill.
All right.
Yeah, we're
I
still
wouldn't think
within our
she'd need
two.
any work at all at 32.
No, and I'm not saying she did. She just looks really good, and it was just a little different. But
Yeah.
also, she's getting, with age, you get a little different.
A 6-foot dude with a 36-inch inseam is going to look like a lady. That's from Greg Oden's Stovepipe.
I have the body of a Kate Moss.
30 inches is normal for 6 feet.
Yeah.
30 to 32 or 34.
Not normal in today's society. If you're not a 44.
44?
It's
In-
a, well,
We're
I'm
talking
talking
inseam. That's length of the pants.
Oh, length?
Yeah, inseam.
Oh, I thought you meant width.
That would be the base.
No, I think the inseam is from the thigh to the
Bill's thigh.
To the bottom of the
from
pants.
the inside of the thigh to the bottom of the pants. It's not the length because the length was you go from the waist down to the end. Inseam is just I think from the crotch area there.
Right, but that's like how we measure length in pants.
Inner thigh.
At Six Flags, there was at least 10 to 20 people that, if arrested, would need multiple handcuffs attached to each other.
Because they're so heavy set?
Big wrist.
Big wrist. Big wrist.
Huh. You see a lot of people with leg extensions at Six Flags?
I don't think they have leg extension money. 80 grand, you said, Tim?
81 grand is what Dinell Siggs paid.
And if that with post-op, too,
Got some physical therapy coming.
you
to
got,
pay that.
yeah, you got to be able to move those things.
At some point, unless you play basketball, you don't want to be any taller, right? If you're not a basketball player, I don't think you want to be over 6'4".
Yeah, my buddy's 6'6". He played college basketball, but he's like, now that I'm not playing basketball, it's just kind of a pain in the
Who's
ass.
that, Oatmeal?
No, my buddy Mark.
Mark? What kind of friend is that?
Sorry, I'm not going to give the full name or anything. But
You better give him a nickname.
he's been like one of my closest friends forever, and he's really, really good at basketball. He's 6'6", so it's like he's like, yeah. Now that I'm done playing basketball, it's just like tough to get places and stuff.
Yeah, I bet.
Not a lot of leg room ever.
Tough to find clothes, and beds aren't long enough, and chairs aren't
That's
big
a big
enough.
thing too. Is bed.
Oh, is that
His
right?
feet hang over every
Yeah.
normal hotel bed. His feet are gonna hang over.
Airplane seats aren't big enough.
Right.
Yeah, I like. I'm happy being whatever 5'7.5", 5'8", whatever I am.
Have you thought about leg extension?
No, I like this. I like this length.
Because you could get some broads.
Yeah, I mean, this dude, if he can spend $81,000 in surgery, just go get a hooker.
Doug, there you go. That's the solution.
You could hire so many.
How many
hookers.
could you get?
Well, depending on if you want a $100 hooker.
$100.
That's probably not a lot. Probably not a great one.
Yeah, half and
I'm
half.
not
or 50.
saying.
All right, let's just say a real expensive hooker, $500. All right, well, you can get.
Would that be an expensive one?
Well, that'd be 1,000. So you can get 160 of them. Say you only have sex twice a year. I mean, you're pretty much set for life.
Huh. Well, did you offer him this advice before he went through this painful
If you'd
surgery?
asked me, I would have. I said, listen, Saggers,
I wonder if his daughter told him that.
go get a hooker.
His doctor, I mean.
You can get a hooker and save some money. I'm obligated as a physician to tell you.
We could help you, sure, but I suggest you go to the east side.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Design Air Heating and Cooling Email of the Day. Just to clarify, Jelly Roll was at Delmar Hall. Jay Jr. saw an Elvis impersonator at Delmar Gardens. That's from Morgan Whalen.
Yeah, I corrected myself. Thank you.
Morgan Whalen.
Chairman Steve in the Wildwood.
Chairman Steve.
As she spelunked my tight boy cavity with her witchy finger, I found myself wondering, do other men have to deal with this? She assured me it's completely normal. A gal entering her man was high society. It was exclusive. It was VIP. And then she brought up going to a solo cup concert 6 hours away featuring a guy that looks like Plowsy's slightly more attractive cousin. She has a thing for patchy beards, skinny eyes, and mediocre musical prowess. She informed me that I may have to let another gentleman enter me while she plays in the corner. That's how we could get these tickets. That was how I could show my love for her. That's how I could get her excited. Buzz, we wish you the best of luck, but this is quite clearly going to end up looking more like a Pulp Fiction pawn shop than a romantic weekend of exploration. Jesus!
Oh.
That's from Danny Tanner.
Danny Tanner.
This flew under the radar because of the hoopla created when Marlon Wayans wisely tried to avoid making an appearance in your dirty little janitor's closet.
Oh, God.
But let's circle back to yesterday when Ken said he's sexually attracted to Troy Aikman in the midst of his bizarre hot take that star high school athletes are usually the best-looking boys.
I never sounds attracted to Troy Aikman. You don't think he's good looking? There's something wrong with you.
In a vacuum, this can be shaken off as the wild music of a confused old man who wanders in and out of the studio like a homeless drifter. But when we add up all the overly homoerotic things he's admitted to over the years, a pattern starts to develop. For example, being sexually attracted to Green Day's Billy Joe Armstrong, dreaming of being intimate with Adam Scott, being sexually attracted to Robert Smith from The Cure, getting cozy with Chase Richards in a hot tub, having a boy crush on Min-Woo Lee, the brief obsession with SGO Kai, nearly accepting Spread Your Legs guy's offer to French kiss Plowsy for a measly $600. Do I need to continue? Are you starting to get the picture? Go back and listen to damn near any episode of Pepper and Genie and you'll hear the president of the Ken Earhart fan club admit to stuff that would make the guys from Queer Eye for the Straight Guy blush. When we put all those puzzle pieces together, I think we can start to build a case that Iggy is bi-curious at the very least, and that's fine. Who cares? Certainly not me. After all that, though, I still think the most questionable thing about this heavy-breathing hummingbird enthusiast is the fact that he folded pocket aces pre-flop. Thanks, that's from the JV golf coach.
JV golf coach.
You don't care, but you sent an email in about it. I don't know, maybe I'm kind of shocked I've never been with a man.
Well, you were
Why we
with
have to bring
Chase
that up at
Richards
9:50?
in a hot tub.
Could have really dove into that.
Many opportunities.
Our top story, Kobe Brown is the first four-year Mizzou player taken in the first round of the NBA draft since Anthony Peeler in 1994. Linus Kleza might have stuck around for the full 4 years if he hadn't been cucked, allegedly, by the current coach of the Atlanta Hawks with the great hair. Tip of the cap to the youngest guy on the show by a healthy margin who calls himself Daddy. for putting his foot down and bringing back the drops of the week. Loved the callback to the Abbott and Costello confusion over Pavlov's dog, but I wish you'd have included Iggy asking if Amy Roebuck was part of that Sears Roebuck thing. I know we were all disappointed that There Is No Secret Plan was never played at a trial because we had to slay that dragon, but I think there's a high probability that part of today's show will one day be played in a courtroom. The only question is whether it's a divorce court, a murder trial, or an eviction proceeding, as DeWitt sends his loudest critic packing for using his apartment to solicit hand play during a Morgan Wallen concert, a la when Doug's big channel got Plowsy evicted during Mardi Gras.
Mm-hmm. That happened.
I'd like to nominate the Finger Queen for Milagro Tequila Listener of the Month. Few callers have said more with less. Yes, it gives her pause that male doctor sent her husband a topless photo. Oh, by the way, the doctor's girlfriend disclosed to the Finger Queen that she's leaking oil. Finger Queen also confirmed that she's been with a woman she'll put out for choice tickets and seems to be okay with her husband having his hole penetrated by another man. Sporting AF. Have fun camping this weekend, Plowsy. Good luck keeping that baby rabbit out of your shrubs.
Oh.
That's from Buck Swope.
Buck Swope, nice little email.
And that's what
Buck.
we have for the Design Air Heating and Cooling email of the day.
Geez, I don't know. I don't have a strong feeling today. I guess I'll go JV golf coach.
I got to go with what I thought was the best, and none of them were really good. It's been a pretty piss poor week for emails.
Hey, come on.
I'll go with Buck Swope.
Buck Swope has won the Design Air Heating and Cooling email today, and I believe he has clinched the bunt of Jude.
He clinched before.
He clinched it. He
Before
clinched
the
it.
email even started, because Kevin Miller, Brian Hitchens,
Right
Jimmy
in.
Stronglegs didn't write in.
What a month for Buck.
Is he going to win a Milagro Tequila Lister of the Month? Would he be back to back? He won in May.
Oh my God, a lot of tequila for him.
Buck Swope.
Well, there's a couple more days for someone to make a charge.
You feel like caller Buzz might get it, or the Finger Queen?
It only took Natty Nate one phone call.
If Buzz has a big weekend, I could see a strong push.
A lot of listeners think Buzz is making it up, though. I don't think he is.
They think we make it like that. Listeners make up everything they say. So what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
I think I make everything up.
If Buzz has got a good story from his Chicago trip, yeah, he's alive.
What do you think's really going to happen there?
I think they're gonna sleep together. The whole lot of them.
Like it'll be an orgy, but the one's got the little red fire truck.
Right? Yeah. She might have to.
She can foreplay.
Yeah.
She could go brown.
Yeah.
Oh!
48 hours, but
How long is that going to last? I mean, when did she text the picture?
She texted a picture of it. Wow.
But I mean, sent
Very
the
graphic.
text.
Did we ask Miss Fingers if she brought any strap-ons?
Oh!
You're gonna have to with the.
I mean, you can just make do with
River
what you
running
got.
red.
That's right.
I think there'll be a strap
A little
involved.
moisturizer or something.
Oh.
Yeah.
Doug, it's a big weekend.
And this is what we're speculating about. Someone makes up a story, sends it to us, and we spend days discussing it.
Now, who's going to take the strap-on, I don't know, but I think there'll be a strap-on involved.
I feel like Buzz is the favorite, isn't
Yeah.
He likes it.
Well, he says he just likes getting primed there, and I guess I can understand that.
he? Have you been primed?
No, but we don't kink shame here.
Right. No, I
do.
didn't.
I definitely do.
So if Jackson just said he gets primed, you would kink
I don't
shame
even
him?
know what that means.
Well, just like a little tester.
Yeah, like a little 2-foot putt.
Yeah, you just throw it in there and see how you're feeling that day, and then
I never
maybe
heard of
things
that.
develop.
I mean,
Why not?
Primed, kiss on the neck or a little foreplay, not stick a finger in my
Well, that can
butt.
get people going. That gets some people going. Be a pleasure area for some.
Well, if that's the case, then I think he's taking a strappy.
Who's going to pay him?
Oh, the good doctor.
Seems like a waste of
No,
He's
I
already
think.
sent his nudes.
Well, first of all, I think the doctor's girlfriend or wife will want to do that to Mrs.
Finger Queen?
Fingers. But if she doesn't do it, I'm sure he's going to be sporting and he'll take it.
Good for him.
How can you be sure of that?
Well, that's just the made-up story, I think, will involve that.
Oh. Probably. Huh. Well, he's probably halfway or more to Chicago by now.
He said he's getting there at 10:08.
Yeah, he's got a very specific arrival time.
He's
Look at
almost
Jet.
They must have left at like 5 o'clock in the morning.
Jackson, you're taking heat from the Hunchback of Von Castle about the podcast? Jackson, we can update the podcast or just look at the NBA draft coverage. I saw the podcast was up.
Yeah. So, I mean, they were uploaded on my end. So
I saw him in my podcast feed.
Only so much I can do. Hunchback of Von Castle, who I appreciate. He's a great listener. So I want to.
Yeah, he's a real person.
The first 2 segments are up and loaded. So don't know what to tell you. If you have any more issues, feel free to shoot me an email.
You can head down the hallway with us for Balloon Party.
Yeah.
Get the Little Piddles Friday 6 shooter.
Pew, 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 pew.
So that's coming up. Plus, we're giving away 4 tickets to the Cardinals and Astros for the Budweiser Bud Bash. Cardinals and Astros this Tuesday, Doug. It's Mark Whitten bobblehead night.
World Series preview, too.
Wonder if Whitten will be there.
Probably. I would think so. Hard-hitting Mark Whitten.
Yeah,
What do you think he is, Doug? How old do you think he is? I'll guess 59.
Oh, gosh, I don't think he's that old, is he?
Mark Whitten.
When did he play?
56.
Is he? I'm surprised he's that old.
56. 4 home runs, September 7th, 1993.
Boy,
4 home runs.
Boy, he had an arm. Holy smokes.
Boy, did he
throw from
ever.
right field. And he kind of short-armed it, too. He didn't have a normal throwing motion, but good Lord, he could throw.
So he had 105 career home runs.
Really? That's it?
So
4 of them in one day.
Yeah.
How do you
so what
do?
would that be? 4.8%.
4.8%.
Yeah. 4.8% of his home runs were hit in one game.
Wow. Hunchback of Von Castle says, I got nothing on Spotify, baby.
Come on, Jackson. Just upload it.
It is uploaded.
It feels like you're bogarting.
So here, I'll just give a little lowdown quickly here.
Ooh, some lowdown.
If it's up on Apple, if it's up on tmastl.com and stuff, that means I've done everything I can do on my end. If something with Spotify isn't working right, or insert podcast platform here, then that might be an issue on their end. And also on Spotify, I have both the first 2 segments up and loaded. So I don't know.
Okay.
I don't want to say user error, because that sounds like an excuse, but I do think that it might be something on there.
Buddha says it's all good here on Spotify.
That's what I'm getting to. So I don't know.
Spotify is fine on my end. KG No Town.
Well, the Hunchback just feels like you're dropping the ball.
I like the Hunchback a lot, so I want to make sure that they get the podcast. It's a good problem to have.
Amen. Well, we'll work on it, but we got Balloon Party first, Doug. It's presented to you by Munganess, St. Louis Acura, and Alton Toyota. It's right down the hallway.
Yeah.
They won't be happy with us, and I just know it going in. But maybe we'll make them happy today.
Not happy because the Cardinals didn't play last night? You can't talk about
Jackson's going to weave in some Kobe Brown, and that's going to be problematic.
Are you going to talk NBA draft?
What is a bigger local sports story right this second than Kobe Brown being drafted in the
I
first
see
round?
it's in the 6-shooter, too.
Anything the Cardinals do.
The Cardinals haven't done anything in a day
That's
and a
still
half.
a bigger story than Kobe Brown getting drafted.
Hater. Yeah, you would say it. You're a beaker. That's why you say that.
Oh.
You want Grady Dick talk.
Hunchback of Von Castle has issued an apology. He says it's fixed.
All
Now.
good. You don't need to apologize if you couldn't find it. I would understand your concern.
All right.
All right, Doug.
Isn't it about to be replayed anyway on this same radio
Yeah,
station?
but people want to be able to go to spots that they haven't listened yet.
Yeah.
You always want to make it available.
Always.
And isn't is the skeleton changed? We met about it in May.
And not yet. No.
Huh. We met about it in May. All right, well, I'll follow up on that. Time for us to shut it down. Jackson and I are going to go head down the hallway to 101 ESPN for Balloon Party, presented by Munganess, St. Louis Acura, and Alton Toyota. For the Plowhawk, for Action Jacks, for Kenneth Hagee Strode, from my brother Kevin, for Douglas Vaughn, up to McKernan, The Spin, the Ryan Kelly Morning After from the Michelob Ultra Studios.
Hey, this is Tim McKernan. I'm here with a great sponsor on TM.